next. Do any of these faces look...
Life of the wife is ended by the knife.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh god.
Life of the wife is ended by the...
What the hell are you talking about?
We're killing the wife with a knife. Oh, I just got married. I can't...
Hold on, everybody be quiet. Hold on. Doxy, give
Yeah.
us your Cockney accent. It's the
Oh
best
boy,
thing.
here we go.
Afraid I can't do that.
Governor!
I'm dying.
I'm horrible at accents, I am.
It somehow still sounds like a Star Wars prequel bartender.
Oh my god, my heart.
Oh god damn it. Windows
Only
10.
for you, Maggie.
I
Only for you.
totally forgot that I
It
need
was
to
just
get...
too good. I was like, yes, you need her to go play that character.
Oh, we're live. I
Because I will
Yeah.
just die.
I mean, I even gave you a 5-second warning. You know, it's
Did
all
you
right,
see
we're
us
live.
screaming at you and waving
Oh,
around?
we know you gave us a 5-second warning.
All right, cool. Just making
Well,
sure.
You just
You've
didn't
ignored
care.
us all waving and screaming.
Yeah,
and-
did you see
We
us trying to give
did
you-
No.
actually wave at you and make horrified faces for like 5 minutes, and you didn't notice.
No, you were minimized. I was busy. I was busy getting everything else
It
set up.
had you, because all of a sudden you were doing one of these, you're like,
Yeah, it looked like you saw us for a second.
Something else had my attention.
We looked like a bunch of idiots. We're like,
Yeah, we pretty much did. We were just like, Mike!
Sorry.
We should have all made double chin face. Like our
Ooh.
ugliest possible faces.
my beard's in the way, I can't double.
Hey, I've got
Oh, yeah,
enough.
That's
I've got
you're
enough
double
Maggie,
chin.
I didn't expect you to. I have such a like strong jaw that mine is crazy.
yeah, I have a really
Like
strong
gross.
jaw too. I can make it look pretty great.
I can feel my own hairs piercing my skin whenever I try that. Where this is just like,
Damn it!
I suppose we could
I
roll
need
some
a beard so I can
Destiny.
cover up my fat.
oh yeah, we gotta play Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be good. I'm
We
just
can't
trying
just
to.
talk. We gotta kill people.
Hang on, I'll clear the dice pool in a moment. I forgot that I needed to get I needed to get Firefox open because Windows 10 does not work with this properly.
It's fine. We're entertaining the masses with
Yeah.
our double chins and beautiful Cockney
That's all
accents.
that matters.
Oh, come
Also,
on!
Wade was like, "What is a Cockney accent?"
I didn't clear the pool, you
Oh, I know.
nerds. I didn't clear the pool.
Good. That dark side doesn't.
Yeah, unfortunately for me, I mean, it means I have to clear the pool, force player. Now you can roll. But give it 1 second. All right, that's fine. I'll
You
take
can't
that.
tell us now
didn't
you
give
can
it 1
roll,
second.
but give me a second. Those
No,
are
no,
two
you're good.
different
You're
things.
good. You can keep those. You're good. So we've got 1 dark side, 2 light side.
Okay, so I can roll.
You're
Okay.
welcome. You're
I'm sinking my
welcome.
pool.
What do you know? Cora rolling 2 lights. and
Wow.
I didn't mean to use a pool. I hit the wrong button. Take it back. I'm sorry.
CR4 has used the destiny point to figure out what using the
I'm
destiny point.
sorry. I hit the wrong button.
So
Okay,
you're
so
gonna give
this
us one
one-
back.
I guess I can give 1 back to you.
Yay!
Hastings, mister.
It's okay. I
No
gave one to you too, so you're fine.
All right. So everyone watching, we decided we're not going to go on the ship. We're just going to shoot it. We're going to go become farmers. That's it.
I mean, that's fair. I think most normal folk in the world would do that very same thing when they have the opportunity. So,
Did we go through where to find us, where you can watch us on our channels this week? That's it. I mean, we're done. That's the show.
yeah, that's it.
Rah is likely on that craft. We can't do this.
That's metagame assumptions. It's
see everything.
metagame.
No,
Oh,
it's
Siam.
metagame.
Siam.
We've
To
gone
see
this
the Siam Trini wedding, like I need to see R2 R4
Trini?
as like a cute little flower girl, flower bot.
Oh no.
Oh,
You know, wait a minute. Siam's going to get off the ship and get on the derelict ship, and then you guys blow it up.
Hey, Mementim, I resent that. I am very good at streaming instead of recording on accident. Thanks.
Sure. So Scott, wait, where are you getting this? Why do you think Rah is on this ship specifically?
because everything is pointed us in that direction.
Yes.
Yeah,
As you
that's
go.
like a fact that lives in my brain too. I just don't remember why.
I think
so we
Rah-Rah
shoot the
is
ship,
the ship.
and I'm just kidding.
I think Rah-Rah's always been the ship. He's just an
He's just a
intelligent
ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
He's just an AI ship that was projecting holograms.
I'm a boat.
I'm a boat. I'm a sad boat. Well, we'll pick
I
up
don't know.
here. I guess we should recap what happened since it has been about 3 weeks since we've played this
Yeah.
particular campaign.
Yeah.
But the last session ended with them finally making their way after a few flubbed attempts to the Outer Rim and then a little bit past it, close to wild space for the planet of Ilum. Ilum is a planet that used to be mined for force crystals, for kyber crystals, I believe, specifically is what they were called. And Jedi would go there and find the one that is attuned to them, take it back, that kind of thing, till the Empire came into power. And then the Empire strip mined that planet and destroyed it. In the ensuing kind of prequel war, the Separatist War, a combat clearly had happened there, and there is still a derelict ship in orbit around Ilum, though doesn't seem well tended to. As they got close to it, a few automated pilots or automated ships jumped out to attack them, but with Kyle's excellent piloting and Tara's excellent gunning, with Cora giving inspiration when she didn't fail horribly her role, and Siam, what did Siam do during that combat?
Nothing.
I shot. I was shooting.
Yeah.
He was shooting. They were able to overcome
Or
it.
no, I wasn't.
Hold on, wait a second. I have a participation trophy for you.
I was hacking something and giving bonus. I don't know. I was doing co-pilot stuff.
Here you go.
Yeah, there you go.
For you.
Participation trophy for you.
Thank you.
Hey, listen, I gotta keep my millennials on the.
I did prepare a speech just in case Scott had one of those for today.
Excellent, excellent.
Oh, okay, I need to hear this speech.
Wait,
But
does
can
a
you do it for me in a
Spitfire?
Cockney accent?
Yes. All right, Scott, are you paying attention? This one's for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, that worked.
Yeah. But what about for the seeing impaired?
Middle finger. There you go.
That could be a Star Wars name, Mendel Finger. That could be
That
an
sounds
alien
like-
name.
Mental figure.
It sounds like you're saying men don't. It's not a good.
And also, before we pick up, so you guys fought, killed all those starships. You guys took minimal damage. You're kind of hovering outside of it. Cora and Siam both feel a weird pull to this particular ship. They've also each had a dream about that ship. Though I think only Cora remembered her dream. She's the only one that was able to. And that's it.
I
There we
remember
go.
the first one, not the second one.
Yes, you remember the first one, but not the one where you guys were on the ship
Also,
together.
I'm prepared today.
That is
Nice,
such a
I like it. That's a dope shirt.
Sing along with us tonight, everyone. We're gonna go on an amazing journey.
And so the scene opens with the player's ship just lined up and hovering, kind of following the trajectory of the derelict ship currently orbiting the now dead planet of Ilum. Behind them, the remnants and rubble of the ships that would eventually become, through technology, what we would know as X-Wings, floats behind their ship, spreading out, some of it probably heading towards the planet, other parts of it just flying out into space. And the four of you stand in the cockpit area in that like little living space, gazing upon your in the ship that you know you're supposed to board. Combat freshly done. Kyle sitting in the pilot seat. Tara pulling herself off of the guns. Chorus standing probably right behind Kyle, and Siam sitting in the co-pilot chair. Did the four of you discuss what to do next?
What are the odds our 4 little mech droids could repair the derelict ship and we could upgrade?
That would be 1 in 15 trillion.
Never tell me the odds.
So you're telling me there?
Wait, did I ask for the odds?
You did.
Never answer my questions.
You know what? I think I can help you out with that, Siam.
That's all I got.
Feels like we should be ready to go.
Well, so here's a plan that I had come up with. One of the things that you need to take into account, a big factor, is that this derelict ship, we don't know if there's life support over there. We don't know if there's a gravity well working, so we're not just kind of like floating around. We don't know if there's any air to breathe. What if it's subject to the cruel and unforgiving vacuum of space that could just be the demise for anybody that goes aboard it? Which is why we should probably send T3R4 over to check and make sure things are okay, because T3R4 is amazing. I mean, T3R4 can survive the vacuum of space and anything that it encounters along the way.
I was going to suggest you,
The
Kyle, but I
ship
think you
doesn't
have a
have
point.
suits.
I thought we left off with certain people going out,
Yeah, that was the plan. Yes,
and I don't think Tara was one of them, but I'm down.
Toward the new ship, I think what we did was we we hacked one of the fighters that we fought.
Yeah,
Right.
Tara and just Tara went to that ship, right?
Yeah, we didn't board the
Or no,
derelict.
No,
R2R4.
it was R2R4 that you
Yeah,
guys
went
sent
to
to
that
the
ship.
derelict ship. He got you guys some information.
Yeah.
But Scott could also do a scan the enemy, basically a scan the enemy check with the ship, and he can figure out what systems are operating and what are not. It's against 3 purple dice. It's technically a perception check through the ship.
Oh,
But you can
I
do
will.
that.
I will assist you as your fantastic co-pilot, Scott. Or, I
Okay,
mean,
but I
But not
say
until I tell you that you're the actual best.
Hang on. Before you
Totally
roll.
do it.
All right, you can roll. Go ahead.
hold on.
You guys
on.
crack me up.
But oh jeez, that's really good. But I say no. We have to understand that we don't know what is on that vessel. So maybe we should send T3R4 because it's safe.
Why don't you find out if it's safe for her
Yeah, what-
first?
what are you trying to pull
There's
here?
no harm
Kyle?
in looking. We'll still send T3R4,
Okay.
but if there's a lot of opposition on that ship,
It's safe
then we
outside
should
of our ship
probably
right
send
now,
more than one.
and I've never seen proof of whether or not a pilot can breathe in space. We could send you out to see, you know.
That's
makes no
enough,
sense.
Siam.
we have tons of evidence
That's
to prove
wrong.
that. And he just grumbles to himself. All right, I'm adding a blue die from what's his face, and
The
Don't you get
leadership roll?
2? You get 1 for her inspiring rhetoric.
Get 3 for my inspiring rhetoric because it's per leadership, not
Yeah,
per
per rank in leadership.
So you get,
I have 3 ranks in leadership.
that gives me more rounds, not
Yeah.
more blue dice.
And you can hit other people. So
Yeah, the
everybody
blue
is going to get a
dice-
blue dice.
Comes from ranks in inspiring rhetoric.
Right, that's what I meant.
Okay.
That's what I
Okay,
meant.
so you've
And
only
ha-
got 1 rank in inspiring rhetoric.
Wait,
right?
no, it says gains blue on all skill checks for a number of rounds. equal
Number of
to-
rounds, correct.
Yep. Okay.
So 1 from you that lasts 3 rounds, and 1 from me for being a fantastically handsome Boston co-pilot.
I'm just gonna roll on that one,
Ah,
and I come back. Mike, what reading do I get, if any?
You are you're going over the ship's systems and what's working, what's not. However, the ship is so old, and you not really having encountered too many ships like this, the readings that come back are indistinguishable to you. It's not sure. Some look like they're running, and then the next minute it tells you that they're no longer running, and it's just muddled information that you can't parse in a way that makes sense. You can't guarantee anything. You don't sense any life signs. You don't know if the life support system is operational. You have no idea if there's any gravity well happening. You don't even know if they're on emergency power or if it's even operating. Though, you can deduce that if, at the very least, if there was a... If it prompted some automatic defenses to fly out and attack you, that must be something on the ship that's operational. It's just-
I didn't realize this was a perception check. I should have done the perception check. I've got a better perception than Kyle.
Maybe you should.
but
check
you
the
can't
rules.
because you're not the pilot, like running the computer.
I'm the co-pilot running the computer. All right.
Well, Siam, I mean, like, so Siam could make the check if he'd like.
I would like to make a check. Do I
if-
still get a blue dice from Doc?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're still gonna
you
get a
do.
blue dice. If Kyle wanted to make the check again because he failed, the difficulty for him would go up by 1.
So I would say, be like, yeah, I can't get a good reading. I don't know if it's going to be safe for anybody to go across over there. So there might not be life support. We don't know.
I'll take a look. Would you care to assist my look? It's Kyle.
You know what? I would love to answer that question, but you explicitly asked me not to. So
Damn. All right. Tara, would you like to assist me in my perception of this vessel?
it's okay, T3.
I don't think you want her to.
I'll assist him.
It would not make any sense. Tara's like the most unperceptive.
I know, but I'd almost rather fail with Tara's help than succeed with Kyle's help.
Oh, come on.
I'm Eddie. Oh, fine. Okay. All right. So it's 2 blue die and a perception roll.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, Kyle. Sit back and let me show you what's on that ship, because what I see is that.
So as you kind of pull up the readings, it's not that you're getting different readings from Kyle, but you're a little more familiar with them, dealing with more of an underbelly and dealing with what you've dealt with growing up in your parents' upbringing. This layout of the ship, while maybe something you haven't purposely stepped on in person before, you might have read a few things about them in the past. What you can gather is that emergency power is still running. There is still a microgravity well working, though it's going to be slightly less than the one on your ship right now. And with the emergency power, it means life support is also operational on there. However, you're not detecting any life signs.
Okay.
Excuse me?
However,
Rah-rah?
droids would not show up under life signs, right?
Correct. Droids would not pop up as part of life signs.
All right, so here's how Siam's going to play this.
No
All right.
biological life signs.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are no biological life signs detected. I believe life support and basic functions are active. However, after the vessels we fought were kind of like automated, I would not rule out the fact that we might have some droid opposition on the ship. That is my best assumption here. Also, what does this say on this paper here? Suck it, Kyle. Huh.
What's paper?
Well, it's fuck you. That's what it's
All right, T3R4, are you okay with going and checking it by yourself first?
Yes.
What was that?
That was T3R4, our fucking battle droid.
Oh, we
Sucker.
upgraded or down. I don't know. Her voice was less scary before. Remember the eye dimmer thing? Maybe the voice modulator. We'd have
I'm a little-
conversation later.
Kyle lets out a little like, yep.
All right, we'll be on open comms, so definitely let us know what you see over there.
Okay.
Will do.
There
So
we
awesome.
go. All right.
So what do I need to do? I don't have to put a suit on, right? But like, do I need to
No, you'll be
plug into
fine.
something?
I'm gonna need a piloting check from Scott first.
Okay.
A piloting space check so we
To
can line
dock?
up to get line up and dock, like much like he did with the other ship. As you had R2, R4 kind of dock on that. There are a couple of, if you examine the ship, there are a couple of like holes blasted on it that if you wanted to, you could open up your airlock in Terra with a good enough athletics check and actually it wouldn't even a coordination check. I think I would go for. She would be able to leap from the airlock into like one of the holes blasted open. And of course, there's also the area where you could dock, but you're not sure if it's completely locked or not, which would require a computer's check from one of you to try and hack it. Or splice it specifically, or slice.
That's why we have an R2 unit.
To have him slice it, right? So how do you want to go about it? So Scott, first, no matter what you choose, I'm gonna need a piloting space check from you. Of
You still have
average
a blue die
difficulty.
from me. Feel free to use the light side.
I was gonna say, I don't know if I still have doxies because time has passed, but I definitely would still get one from Siam, correct?
Correct. You would get. I'd say you guys would have. I'll give you Doxy's last round. You
Okay,
can
cool.
still have
Thank you.
Doxy's last round.
I was sure of timing. Cool. And Carol, rolling now.
Damn.
Oh,
Now you
my-
triumphed.
Hold
too.
on. Wait a second. That's my first failed space check ever.
Yeah, on average difficulty, and it's a failure triumph.
With 2 blue die.
So I think with my triumph, what I want to do is accidentally send T3R4 careening off into space to never be returned again, because she's scary. I'm
And
just
if we were to
kidding.
lose our killer robot on a piloting failure, I would throw Kyle right after her.
I'm just kidding. I'm actually gonna let
Yeah, me too.
Kyle screws up in a way that whatever the screw up is, it ends up being beneficial for T3R4, giving her a upgrade to whatever check she has to make.
Okay, that works for me. So what's going to end up happening?
And I'll pass you a blue die because of all
the goodness that happened.
I will take both of those.
So how I'll rule that is, Scott, you know your engines hum to life, and the deep rattling of them throughout the ship can be felt as you kind of bring the ship up to a distance only maybe a few feet away. However, without really thinking, the first instinct for you, since you're dumping Terra in, is to pick one of the holes that have been blown open. You decide not to go to the back, and you decide to just be like, all right, we're dumping Terra in, and then maybe Terra can work her way through and open up the back door if we need to. So that's going to be where the failure comes through, in that if you wanted to get through, whoever wants to go through the hole would have to use a spacesuit to get through, and not going through the area that might be still supported by life support.
Do I have to use a space suit?
No, you don't. You're a droid.
Okay. I was like,
I am gonna start getting a spacesuit on just
Okay.
in case.
Okay. So for Maggie, what I'm going to need, because it's going to be a little difficult, 2 purple, 1 red, is an athletics check from, a coordination check rather, from you as you leap from your ship, heading towards the ship
Be
directly below.
athletic.
What is the technical what's the difference between athletics and coordination? I feel like they'd be very similar.
Coordination is agility based, where
I guess that makes
athletics
sense,
is strength based, where you're brute forcing it. This is more of a, you don't need to brute force it. This is just your ability to kind of gracefully leap from your ship. Yeah, it's your finesse to leap into the hole.
But what if Tara doesn't do it gracefully? She just like grabs on and like pulls her way up.
Slams into the side of the ship. Just
If
Yeah,
Tara
and, like
is-
just pulls her way up. What if I do it that way? Because
If-
I think that is her style.
If Tara is specifically not aiming for the open hole and like just launching herself at the ship willy-nilly, then you can use an athletics check.
Last time he used the phrase willy-nilly, we broke the air compressors for our door. I'm just saying.
Well,
I'm
that
just
was
saying.
also a mix of willy-nilly plus weren't you like aiming for those?
Yeah, I was purposely aiming. I was aiming for them.
Let's be fair though. What's the worst that could happen here? She gets like a super fail and either goes careening off into space or breaks through the ship and like it explodes. Right? Like those are two worst case scenarios.
I
So-
think you should do the coordination, but also I think that Tara's the best droid of
You need-
all
You know what I
time.
think?
Wow, leadership with the red dice.
So, Maggie, what kind of role are you going for here? Because the difficulties are going to be different for each one.
Doxy,
It's already like 2 reds or something.
1 red, 2 purples, and a red.
But I'm giving you an upgrade and 2 blue.
That's
Well,
true.
I'm giving you 1, she's giving you 1.
You're getting 2 blue
Okay.
and an upgrade.
All right, we'll do the coordination.
All right.
Good luck, Maggie.
You can use the light side too if you want.
Yeah, use the light side.
Yeah, we do have 4 of
Yeah,
them.
you have a bunch.
We're not used to ever having any. So
You
might
can
as well
give yourself a
try.
second upgrade, or you can downgrade the difficulty on my end, whatever you prefer.
Yeah,
if you
downgrade
decide,
difficulty.
if you
Oh,
decide to use it.
downgrade, yeah.
Get
So you
rid
want
of
to use?
despair.
All right, I'll give myself a downgrade. All right,
Despair, that's the word. It's been a while for me.
you are
Alright,
good.
you
to
ready?
go. Yeah, you're good.
It could be worse.
It could be worse.
Not
No,
much.
You know,
so-
at least she's careening off into space to never be seen again. Hey!
That
I
is a
should've
Dale
used
Rick roll if I've
athletics.
ever seen
I
one.
should have fucking used my athletic.
So, as everybody kind of puts themselves into rooms that can't be depressurized, and the back end opens, you can hear the whoosh of the air being sucked out into the emptiness of space. Tara takes a step back, bends her knees, and with a few quick, long strides and the thud of metal against metal, you see Tara rush out the door and give herself a big kick forward, aiming for the hole that's there. However, she's not used to... Usually Tara just swings in wide areas and people just fall over. Aiming for like a small little space is not necessarily something she's used to doing.
Tara can't find the hole. Okay.
Tara can't find the hole, and that's fair. If she's been, she's still relatively back. Yeah, it's fair. And so you see Tara kind of, you have this camera shot of the back of your ship and then the derelict ship floating by side, and the little, and like, it's so zoomed back, you see Tara kind of kick out into space in this moment of floating before she launches forward and needs to make me an athletics check, actually.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be a little bit more difficult because you failed this first roll. You still have a blue die from Cora because it lasts a few rounds. And would you like to use another light side point, or would you like to roll? It's going to be 3 purple and 1 red on this one instead of the 2 purple and red.
Jesus Christ. It's up to you guys. That's a lot.
I don't
Sure.
want you to die.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't die. I'll just float around.
Well, at least we're getting all
It'll
our bad
basically be
rolls
up to
out of the way.
Kyle's piloting to scoop you up.
Yeah, 'cause that went so well earlier.
Oh, whoa.
All right.
Once
Yeah,
ever.
I believe in Kyle's piloting.
This is a check that I will say, if you fail this check, you will bounce off of the ship and momentum will carry you further away.
Okay, we'll use a light side
Okay?
point.
Do you want to give yourself an upgrade then?
I think we'll downgrade you.
Yeah, get rid of that
So
despair.
it's just 2
possibility.
purples.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's 3 purples and a red for this one. So you're going to give me a downgrade. I'm going to use a dark side point and re-upgrade myself to keep that
You-
despair in
Yes.
play. You're welcome
Okay.
to roll when you're ready.
No!
My
So-
passing out blue die.
So, as you approach the ship, you realize a little too late that you're off course. You're not exactly where you want to be, and you're a few feet away from the blasted hole in the ship. With a loud clang, Tara kind of collides and is scraping to grab onto anything, but there's nothing nearby that she can get her mechanical hands into. She bounces a few more times before she kind of reaches out, desperately gripping for something. And I was just debating giving you one more shot because the ship is so big, but it would be much more difficult.
Can I try to like stab my vibroblade into it and use that?
Ooh, that's an idea.
A last ditch effort out of like
Yeah.
an attack roll
Clever.
kind of thing.
Yeah, like an attack roll to like.
I'm gonna say it's still gonna be an athletics check because it's a brute force thing and it's not really an attack. But I will give you a blue dice from me to you if that's the way you end up doing it, as to represent that you're really like at this point just anything to jam onto it before you float away.
Okay, I'll take
The
it.
difficulty is gonna be bumped again, however, because this is a last ditch effort.
Is this the last round of Cora's inspiration? So she should still have one.
She
blue
should
die?
still also have one blue die from Cora as well.
I'm
Cora
gonna
through
use
the
my
comms,
side
like you
point.
can do it.
I'm
Yep.
gonna give myself an upgrade.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to use a dark side point, and the difficulty, so you know, is going to be 2 purple and 2 red.
Shit. All right. Athletics.
Athletics, just your brute force last ditch effort. Who knows? I've seen you guys roll much better and under much worse circumstances. There
Oh yeah! That hurt so bad. That hurt my throat so bad to be that happy.
Oh,
Just as your hand slipped out of reach, and the other 3 can see it, and maybe Kyle's even revving up the engines to go take care of an emergency rescue situation. Tara, last minute thinking, looks behind her shoulder, reaches back for her staff. It's Vibro Volge specifically. Reaches out with it, and with a quick move, is able to lodge it into a loose metal panel that had just a bit of the lip peeled back to get it in there, and with the heat and the electricity of the Vibro Volge to slice into it far enough down that it lodges, and Tara quickly kind of gets yanked as the momentum comes to an abrupt end and is able to slowly climb her way back onto the ship.
all right. That's like a super critical hit with her weapon. So I think we blew up the ship.
Yeah, you hit like the one part of the ship that needed to be hit to blow it up completely.
Is this
React.
double critical?
Huh?
It went through a vent.
Yeah, it just went through.
Oxygen's
Event.
now offline and the whole ship blaze.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
we
I'm gonna
almost
climb
lost
in.
2 party
And
members already.
what do I see as I climb into the ship?
So Tara kind of like just hand over hand is bringing herself over to this blasted hole, and as she looks down, you can see the faint glow of a red light illuminating the room below as pipes and wires, and like maybe a good foot of pipes and wires between the surface of the ship and the entrance to the room is between you. I'm assuming you're just gonna climb in.
Yeah, I'll just climb in.
So as you pull yourself in, the gravity of the ship, as weak as it may be, actually kicks in as you pass by this like foot thick wide of just of hull, more or less. As you fall in and you kind of land, you're welcome if you would like to make an easy athletics check to land on your feet.
And I get no upgrades for this, right?
No upgrades, but it's a 1 purple dice roll. That's it. Flat.
Well,
It's very simple for someone.
Use the
there's
light side
I
point.
come over comms. No, I'm just kidding.
Mathis, would you like to use a dark side point to make this a more difficult landing of her feet?
No, I would not. Yeah, and so as the gravity kicks in, Tara's processes kind of run some equations, I guess, and she does a quick flip and does that superhero landing of 1 knee on the ground and 1 bent as she stands up and quickly takes a look of her surroundings. And where it seems to be is a bunk of some sort. You have beds lining the walls, maybe 3 on this side, 3 behind you, so you have 6 total. And in the center of the room, an overturned table that might be the only thing that didn't get sucked out of this room when the hole was blasted through. It seems to be the table on its side lodged into one of the bed bunks on the side that may have kept it here before.
is there a doorway in this room?
There is a doorway that is shut.
I'm gonna go open that doorway.
Sure. The doorway seems to be locked, and you can try one of 2 things. You can just brute force it if you'd like. Yeah, or like just kind of rip it open, or you can try computer's check and rip off the panel and mess with the wires and see if you can hotwire.
Oh God, no. We know what her actually. She looks at the door and she says, Analyzing. Analyzing. And then she just punches it.
You're a computer tech. You're a computer technician now, Tara.
That's very Tara. That was very Tara of
So
you.
red.
Okay.
You are very red, Scott.
Should I roll my attack?
Just my lighting.
Yeah, I want you to roll. So how are you? Are you looking to just punch this thing open, or are you looking to like jam it in the side and like pry it open?
I think I'll probably pry it open with my vibro roll.
That will be an athletics check of 2 purple and a red.
Athletics.
You are
Okay.
incredibly orange, Scott.
Yeah, when did Trump get here?
Oh.
Ugh.
Okay. I'm rolling.
You're welcome to. All right.
2 successes.
You just with a swift motion, your vibro volge is kind of placed between the door and the frame, and with a couple of strong moves to just pry the door open, the door with a couple of loud creaks is able to be pushed open. And before you is a hallway, clearly. And as you kind of look both ways, perception check, please.
Because I'm great at those too. You ready for me to roll?
Yep, you're good to go.
Here we go.
Success.
Oh, not terrible. I'll take the stress. Restraint.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you look down the hallway, it seems empty, completely devoid of life. You don't see any remnants of a fight or anything. You also don't see any furniture left. It just seems pretty stark clean, and that makes sense to Terra. This is what was once a medical ship that the Jedi used to take care of those that needed it. But one thing does catch your eye slightly, and it was semi-camouflaged by the red light that eerily glows in this hallway as well. But there seems to be a little camera in the top left at the end of the hallway on your left-hand side that, when you peek out and take a look around, seems to motion just slightly as though it then kind of turns and focuses on you.
Okay.
Tell me.
So is that down? So I'm going through a doorway and
Peeking
there's
in,
a
it's-
hallway to the left and a hallway to the right.
Yep, it goes both ways, and on the left-hand side, at the end of the hallway, in the top left-hand corner, is like a little red light indicating that there is a camera there.
Okay. I will start walking that direction,
Okay.
and over comms, I will just say, I do not see any life forms, but it appears that I have activated a camera.
Is anybody else more freaked out by T3R4 lately? I feel like, I don't know, something. Never mind. Hold on. Let's see if we can get R2R4 to look in and pick up any signals for that camera, and then it's kind of like
Yeah, can I scan this to see if I can figure anything out about this?
So, lay me with your plans. Well, first, Scott, what do you want R2, R4 to do? Do you want him to stay on your ship or go down to that ship and...
Try from here first, because you can kind of do that wireless hacking or whatever. So try from here first to see if we can send a signal over that like picks up what's going on.
Yep. I get what
Worst
you're
case
saying.
scenario, we'll send it.
Okay. So since you're doing it from your ship, like you said, and he's going to do a splice, he's going to make a computers check. And that is going to be against a relatively high difficulty of 1 purple, 3 red.
Maggie, you want to roll that, or?
I thought this was for R2. Oh, yeah, through her sheet. R2, R4 sheet. Yeah.
Sure. We do have an R2, R4.
Yep.
Okay. I'm grabbing him. What would you like me to roll?
Computers check.
Yeah.
Okay. Computers check. Incoming.
Oh, you got a Russian bot?
Doo-doo-doo.
What's going on?
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus!
There's no despair there. No despair.
Yeah,
Are you sure you want me to roll?
Well,
I'll take
no
over.
one
It's cool,
succeeds
Maggie.
against
I'll take
that.
over.
Holy moly!
R2
You just
frustratingly...
hear him. You just hear him go.
A frustrating beeping noise as his camera whirs around and he clearly is looking like he failed. Siam, what did you want to do?
Can we scan specifically for this camera system and like learn anything about the camera system on the ship from here?
So another scan check with a perception won't reveal any new information. If you want more detailed, accurate representation of what's on that ship, it's a splicing check to basically infiltrate the ship's computer systems and know what's...
Splicing? Is that
Yeah, we
something-
That's a
basically
computer's check.
splicing is hacking.
Yeah,
Basically.
splicing is Star Wars lingo for hacking.
Okay. I know R2, R4 just failed whatever the hell he was just doing, but as a the computer splicing would be a different kind of role for him, right?
So the splicing check is going to be 3 red and 1 purple difficulty.
So that's what he just tried.
That's what R2, R4 just tried.
Okay, so that was our only option but we could technically get on the ship and try to learn, but if someone's watching us, I don't know what to do.
I mean, I can go closer. I'm walking down the hallway, so.
Yeah, she's walking down the hall. I just want to see when she said anything, if the 3 of you on the ship wanted to do anything specific.
Tara, is the air breathable on the ship? Like, can you scan to see how make sure it's safe?
Can I scan to see the...
Well, you do know that
I know our scan said it was, but
it was.
Two checks doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Tara would need to get to a computer's terminal and kind of do a proper
she
check
can't
that way.
tell.
I just ripped the door open, so there's probably not a seal anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
you have the door open.
Tara had an option of splicing the door open, which would probably have been better for atmospheric purposes, but she ripped the door open, so it's possible that there's nothing in this particular hallway. Okay. And while Tara is a droid, because it's a PC, she can't just look around and go, is it breathable? She doesn't know.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Don't
Well, you keep doing you, I'll keep doing me, and
okay.
No one's doing Trini, so let's just kill one.
Yep, Trini is in a room locked away right now as you guys operate on your own. She's probably very excited about everything. All right, Tara. So you wander down the hallway a little bit. Are you doing it stealthily, or are you just walking?
Probably not stealthily, but cautiously.
Sure. So you just kind of got your wits about you. In the
yeah, I have my bulge out, and I'm kind of like cautiously walking forward, but not necessarily like stealth. I clearly, the camera has seen me. It moved towards me, so my stealth is like, she's already like, well, that's fucked.
So as you walk down the hallway on the left-hand side, there are a couple more doors, one on your right, 2 more on your left. But it's very easy for you to figure out what they are, because at the very end where the hallway turns into the hallway you're in, there's a sign that reads dormitories. Makes sense. You just came through one. There's probably a couple more, which is what you assume you walked by. Are you going up to the camera, like just the end of the hallway? Or are you walking until you find something that you deem worth inspecting?
If I see something along the way that I deem worth inspecting, yeah, I will stop to look.
Sure. So as you continue down walking through the hallways, lots of shut doors on your left and right, but none of them seem valuable for you to be checking out. At least nothing that Tara is specifically looking for. A lot of just kind of common room, meeting room, dormitories, etc. The first thing that catches Tara's eye, however, outside of the camera that does follow you as you turn the hall, is the first...
If the camera follows her, Tara will wave at it and blink her lights on and off. Can I change the color of my lights? Or is it only just red?
It's only just red for now.
Yeah.
You want to modify yourself later.
Can I do like Morse code style with my eyes?
Heyo.
What are you trying to say in Morse code?
Hello, I come in peace.
Fair enough.
Holding a vibrovulcan.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, we'll say you know Morse code and you blink Morse code at the camera. Not a problem. And then you continue your way. It's after this, so it's kind of hard to explain, but like I said, you come out the door and the hallway goes 2 ways. You go left and around and you keep following it that way. And the ship itself is relatively long, so it walks all the way straight until it will turn right, which you would think is probably where the cockpit is up front. And then throughout the walk, the hallway will break twice on the right-hand side to show 2 more hallways, if that makes sense. I kind of want to draw it, but there's no real way to draw it.
Yeah. I'm going to go towards where I think the cockpit is then.
Sure. As you're making your way towards the front of this hallway, the first sign of combat, clear as day, sits before you. Specifically for you, Tara, this sticks out because it's not any like blaster shots or bodies, as there are still no bodies anywhere on the ship, but there's scorch marks, 3 of them, 2 on your left and 1 on your right, that indicate to you lightsaber scorch marks.
Okay.
Okay.
I will say on overcoms. Indication of force usement.
Great.
What exactly does that mean?
Are you saying what does that mean?
Yeah, it's the people that are in the ship with us as well as
Okay,
overcomms
not to
too.
me.
No, to you as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
I believe A lightsaber was activated here.
Recently?
Tara, if you wanna, you're welcome to perception check that. No. Give me. Yeah. Perception is enough, or warfare. Warfare is enough. Warfare is a skill, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yep. Give me a warfare check. Average difficulty.
Tell me when I'm good.
You're good. Okay.
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know if it's new or if it's old. Perhaps the vacuum of space or the battle or whatnot seems to. You're not sure.
What was your question exactly, Wade?
How old was it?
Yeah, was
Oh.
it like a recent scorch mark or like an old one?
She kind of like looks at it a bit, tilts her head.
I do not know.
Okay. So there could be Force users on the ship. But there were no life signs, though, so they'd have to be
Correct.
robotic. Tara, can there be robotic Force users?
Yes.
I mean, I worship.
Yeah.
Grievous,
You
so-
were. I was like, wait a minute. No, you're Tara Grievous.
Well, I mean, I know that there wouldn't be, but Siam wouldn't know, so I can't, like, just... I don't think
Well,
Siam...
I guess Grievous was like he got.
He wasn't a Force user,
Yeah.
and he wasn't technically a droid.
Well, now Siam
He's
believes...
like, he was a
robotic.
cyborg, I guess.
Yeah, by the end of his life, he was barely any biocomponents left to his person, but he was still technically a cyborg.
Guess I don't know then per se, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, all right. Well, if T3R4 can either barge in and find out whatever by cutting down doors, or we can send R2R4 over to see if we can get any like feed off of that camera or anything else that the ship can, whisper to us. Assuming you're still up for it after last time, there, buddy.
The R2R4 whirs in excitement.
I think we all remember the difficulty that it was for T3R4 to get across. I could try to line the ships up again, see if we can make this a bit easier for R2R4 before we give that a go.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's try to get closer, because I don't think R2R4 has a very good chance of sticking a blade into the side of the ship to catch his balance.
To be
Stand
fair,
by,
though, he
Tara.
doesn't-
We're sending R2, R4.
Should one of us go over to... I don't know.
You're
if
gonna
we can-
send it now?
Why wouldn't we?
I can't see what's in the cockpit yet, right?
Correct, you're not there yet.
I would like to examine the cockpit before.
The idea, T3R4, is that if we send R2R4 over, maybe we can even get, if there's a camera in the cockpit or any other details that we can get off the computers before you go in there, try to reduce the amount of danger that you might be encountering. I mean, it's your call, it's your neck, but we
Yeah,
were
if
just
there's
kind of thinking about
robotic
you
Force
here.
users on board, we probably don't want to piss them off.
I am not afraid.
I am aware of that.
Kyle's already changed his pants 3 times since you've been over there.
Excuse me, they didn't match my shirt, and you did not turn the dryer on.
It didn't
long
match
enough.
your shirt because your shirt didn't have a stain in the middle.
Okay, well, I enjoyed my coffee a little too much.
Don't worry about it. We'll explain coffee and pant stains later. Yes, I think I agree with Kyle on this. We should send R2, R4 over and try to look at the security footage before you go further. I don't want you being over there by yourself in danger.
Yeah, just like Cora said, stand by. We just want to make sure that you're good, and then I'll flick mute the comm.
You say that, but Tara goes into the room anyway.
There's nothing we can do about that.
Nope.
Yeah, that's fine. We need to realign the ship anyway. So
Okay, so Scott, you're gonna need to make me another piloting check. Now you're only trying
wait
to
though.
you're trying to bring it closer, right? Basically, like even less distance.
Trying to do whatever you tried to have me do originally.
Hey, Kyle, I know that you did a really shitty job last time, but
Whoa.
you got it this time.
He succeeded.
You
well,
had some
no, he triumphantly
practice.
failed. Right.
And even though no one ever tries to encourage the co-pilot, I'm helping you out too, buddy.
And anyway, I bet you're really inspired now.
I'm really not.
God.
No, not
Those
at all.
words that you shared with me, but I'll take those 2 blue dice that you could give from the. Like your failure will be my inspiration.
All right.
Okay, Scott, it's not gonna be as difficult as last time. Just 1 purple, 1 red.
I'll take a blue from Siam and a blue from Cora's failures.
At least you didn't give any strain to yourself there, like the old
that's
days.
True. That's
Um,
true.
You're good when ready, Scott.
All right, rolling now.
Hey!
Yeah,
Nice
boy.
roll.
You see me rolling.
So this will give R2 R4 two purple, two blues added to his check.
Okay.
What is I'm assuming he's going to be doing
Computers.
right, but he needs to get there first.
With computers.
Okay.
Yeah, but he needs to get on the
or
ship first.
coordination.
Have this.
What would
So
you like?
you need me to roll coordination to get onto the ship, right?
Yeah, well, he can brute force if he wants to launch himself like
Can we download
recklessly.
into a disc and just throw it to the other ship?
Do we want me to roll for it instead? Because last time Maggie pressed the button. I'm just saying.
Hey.
You brought him close, so it's actually for him. It's going to sit at 1 purple, 1 red.
Okay.
Give him all the blues that you guys gave him and all that good stuff.
How many do I get? 2?
2, I believe.
Yeah.
And you're going to do a coordination check. You're welcome to use a light side point and upgrade his roll if you want.
Should I use a light side point?
I mean, he's going against. Look at his coordination.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Okay, little guy.
All right. Go right ahead.
Okay.
We're used to not having him, right?
Right? Exactly. You're just kind of... You're bringing the force back to its original point.
Oh boy.
Okay. So what ends up happening...
Could have been worse.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
He kind of rolls and with his little jetpacks and whatnot launches himself, and we get that same camera angle where we saw Terra kind of float, except we just have R2 R4 floating, and he accidentally hit his jets a little too far, and he rotates head first, and he kind of and with a bonk and with a bonk you just see like the silhouette of R2 R4 bonk on the ship and then begin to float away. Because he doesn't have a way to jam himself.
Whoa! But R2 units, they have thrusters.
He does have thrusters, that's true. It would, he'd have to counteract his own momentum.
He's designed for space. He's designed for fixing ships in space.
I would say, what kind of role would that be then?
It's literally what their entire
Probably
model
computers.
is.
A computer's role? You think it would be a
I
computer's
do
role?
feel a little bit like it would be computers' roles.
God, no. It's not even close to a computer's
How about
role.
astrogation? Because he's gating those astros.
No! That
He
doesn't
has to
work like
use his
that.
computer brain to turn on the thrusters.
No.
Which is an astrogating computer.
What's his piloting skill like?
Piloting space
Actually,
1-1.
yeah, piloting.
What?
Because he's
Piloting
using
sounds
thrusters to
appropriate.
navigate himself back.
Space piloting is
it'd be
not too bad.
Yeah, it would be a space piloting check against the same difficulty that
Okay.
he just rolled against. So you still see the bonk, and he just starts to float off. Before
So
you
do
see
I
the...
get any of those upgrades?
No, unfortunately, because none of them came from leadership or the inspiration,
Okay.
so they don't stick for more than just the round.
Okay, little guy. I think I'm going to use the light side point again.
Kyle looks to Siam and says, "Why didn't he use his thrusters to begin with?"
Did you
He
remember
did.
to use
So-
the upgrade, Tara?
I didn't use the upgrade, actually.
He
So
he
use the upgrade first
give you
and
yourself.
re-roll.
Keep in mind,
Forgot
I-
to give herself an upgrade for that roll.
everybody's
Yeah, I
saying I
forgot to-
thought he had thrusters. The failure was him using his thrusters too much, and he overcompensated, so he bonked his head instead of getting his feet
Yeah,
aligned. Where
I
he's
forgot
clamped
to use
down.
the lights. I forgot to give myself an upgrade for that.
Oh, did you? Well,
Yeah.
you can give it to him now. So
Okay.
give it to him for this roll.
He just like Men in Black it. Like
Okay.
he used his thrusters.
I literally
all the
dictated
time.
that he used his thrusters. I said that.
Sure. Check the
Oh my
bot.
God.
Okay.
Yeah,
so I'm
check the
gonna
VOD.
do piloting, and we'll see. We'll
Yep.
see how it goes.
Piloting
Ready?
space. You're good. 1 purple, 1 red is what you're rolling against.
Ah!
Poor guy.
All right, Cora, you have your spacesuit on, right? Should we go fishing?
We need to save him.
Yeah, he gets further in his little... That's what you hear over comms from R2, R4. As he's thrustering, but he's spinning too out of control, and he can't realign himself properly.
You know, space is really just calm and beautiful when you think about it.
You just see...
Hand over the mic, even though it's muted. I look at Mike. How expensive was it?
3,000 credits.
Mute comms.
No, we need to save him.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
ordering
kidding.
you right
Yeah,
now. We're saving him.
Do we have any rope? Can we tie something to us to like jump out and get him and not also be floating in space?
We'll deal with how you're gonna do that in a second. Tara, While this is all happening, you're still making your way to the cockpit.
Oh, God.
he's so cute. You can't let him go into space.
He can't. I will, and he is right now. But you're quietly, like cautiously, making your way through these hallways that are, illuminated in a dull red light until you eventually turn the corner, and then to the left you can see the door that leads to the cockpit. It says it clearly right above it, and much like the last door, it is shut and it is locked.
So I try to get it to budge. It won't budge.
You have a choice: splice or brute force it, as always. But this is a door that is not just to dormitories. This is going to be a more difficultly sealed door.
Well, I'm not very good at hacking things, but she will try first.
Okay. If you want to try and just splice it open, it's just going to be against 3 red straight.
Jesus.
I'm terrible at hacking things.
Yeah. She'll try.
Okay. And would you like to use the last light side point?
I don't think it's even worth. This is all just trying for the sake of maybe Iron Jesus will love us.
I'll use a dark side point.
This is the worst night of rolling we've had so far.
Cockpit bridge, it's the front area.
So you just use computers?
Yep. You know what I'm talking about.
Mike Space good.
Mike Word, excellent. You're good to go.
I
talks
will
good, huh?
computers very poorly, and we'll see how this goes.
Damn it.
That's closer than it could have been.
That is way closer than it could have been.
I'll take the strain.
That could have been horrible.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Tara looks at it.
Rip the panel off.
Yeah, she rips off the panel. She moves some wires around. It's not working really well, and she kind of looks at it, looks at the door, pulls out the vibravulge.
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay, it's gonna be against. This is gonna be against 1 purple and 2 red instead of 3 red. It's a little bit easier, but this door is still very well built. Would you like to use a light side point?
Nah.
Okay. You're welcome to go when ready.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah?
Don't even need it.
Nope. So you jam the vibravulge, much like you did to the dormitory door, and this one fights you. The door is clearly thicker. The metal is clearly better put together. This is
Than the shell of the ship.
no, just the door to the dormitory.
Okay.
Comparing it to the door of the dormitory.
Okay.
But with a couple of big heaves, the door gives way with a loud creak, and then eventually the hydraulics kind of kick in and it flies open. Before you is a cockpit that is exceptionally clean. The area here is also obviously stripped. Computer screens missing. Panels torn open, and whatever was inside, all that lay now is a few wires that sprawl.
Does it look like it was torn open purposely?
It looks like this place was looted.
Okay. Makes sense.
However, perception check. Only against 2 purples.
Only. Okay. Tell me when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
Okay.
I see
You don't
nothing.
notice anything. And we'll cut to break here and come back and pick up next. All right. We'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Grab a drink, do what you got to do. Lost Initiative will be back before you know it.
Oh no.
Welcome back, everybody. Hour 2. Lost Initiative, faded among the stars. Maggie opened up the cockpit bridge area, and as she walked in, she realized how heavily it had been looted. That's what Tara realizes, kind of off the cuff. However, I need a perception check from Wade and Scott, so Kyle and Siam, specifically to notice something happening.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, I notice.
You
And
do
I
notice.
use my
See what's
deception to bring
happening here.
R2-R4 back from space.
Scott doesn't notice anything. Kyle is right now. Well, it's fair because the three of you that are left on the ship are watching R2-R4 floating and kind of revving up the exactly.
I'm plotting the course to go get him back. I can't be distracted with stuff.
Siam, however, at the corner of his eyes, notices a blinking red light on the screen. As he quickly turns his chair to kind of look over everything, what you see are the words security systems activated on the ship that is below you.
Kyle, Tara, you on comms? Everybody, security is activated on the ship. You're probably those droids I warned us about. They're going to be attacking. Maybe turrets. Who knows what all I've got on that ship?
Whoa, hold on. Oh shit! I'm like,
Harry, you need to lay low until we can get there.
yeah, we gotta get T3R2 to whatever his name is. We gotta get him to you immediately to shut that shit down.
Tara, you're still in the same spot, right? You didn't move.
I did move.
Back toward us?
Negative.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. We got it. We got it.
T3R4 lie to us?
I guess, or didn't listen. Oh boy.
Didn't you teach
Free will.
T3R4 how to do that?
I
Is
like
this
to
your
think that
fault,
Cora
Siam?
Is Tara's biggest influence, not me.
I think that maybe it was my
Cora lied to Tara on the last planet. It's her fault. Sorry. We should go get R2-R4.
Mm-hmm.
Thorian Pale Ale, anybody?
I do not see any security forces.
There'll be that.
Tara,
Something's
just
there.
hide and lay low, please.
Thanks.
Okay. So first, Tara, what is your plan? They've told you security forces are activated. You don't see anything and you don't hear anything yet.
I guess I will just continue looking around in this room and seeing. I obviously you said like a lot of the panels are gone.
Mhm.
I guess she'll just see what is left in the room
Okay.
that could possibly have activated security other than the camera.
It will be if you're looking for something like that specific, it's still going to be a perception check as you kind of investigate, but just at a slightly higher difficulty.
This is like when you have a show dog that you've trained carefully all of its life, and then you let it loose for like a minute, it just goes off and pees on everything.
Hey, just not peeing on everything.
Robotically peeing on everything.
You're welcome to
I
roll when
mean,
you're ready.
You are kind of fucking a lot of shit up on that ship, to be fair.
Tara, don't move.
It's
Just
less about
raise the
peeing
bar.
on things, more about like just eating and
It's just-
chewing everything.
It's just like I think
Does
every
this
every
taste good?
every
No.
D&D
Does that taste
campaign,
good? No. Does this taste good? Maybe.
every
Need to
D&D
taste it
campaign
again.
has those moments where a stealthy mission is optional, so they send their least stealthy person on board, or to take out the dungeon.
I'm not the least stealthiest. I'm just not being stealthy.
I'm probably the least stealthy.
Oh,
I'm actually really stealthy.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
I'm real stressed out.
Yeah, you're
She
stressed
didn't
out
fail.
and you rolled a despair. Beautiful.
But she
You know
didn't
what?
fail.
You can have the stress too.
Oh, I can do what I want with it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's already despair.
yeah.
Darth Maul
Give it to me.
emerges from the ship.
Wow, that's a bad roll. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I have a lot of
That's
strain.
okay. That's okay. We'll get back to you momentarily. Kyle revs up the engines. You're going to... How do you plan on catching him? What's the plan here? Open up the back, kind of like do a scoop?
Give me 1 second.
I'm
I
in
gotta
my
check out the free
suit.
fall. Yeah. If you hop down to the 11 area, or actually 12. What's number 12 on our ship? Number 12 is the airlock. If you hop down to 12 docks, then we can open up the airlock and just kind of do like he said. So more or less flying towards it, but because it's space, so you don't have to worry about gravity so much.
Right.
Just fly towards it, slow down, and do like a flip over. So almost like moving backwards and take him into the or even go past him and slow down so he comes in to the airlock area.
Well, so if you do it the first way, it's going to be more difficult for you. If you do it the second way, he's going to need to make a check.
I intend to make the check, so he's an NPC.
Okay, so you wanna scoop him up yourself and just kind of like
Sure. We'll go Elite Dangerous style.
Yep, exactly. That's how I imagine it as well. Very similar.
I'll be
to that.
assisting, and Cora, we could use all of the inspiration
hey,
you got.
Kyle, I'm so sorry.
Wait, don't
called
roll
you
yet.
shitty before.
Okay, you can roll now for your inspiration.
I know that if there was any pilot in all of the universe that could do this, it's you. Please get me my droid back.
Nice.
All right.
Ew. And co-pilot. Cool.
What is your current role, Scott? You get what, 3 yellow and a green?
Am I plotting course? Co-pilot right now. If the co-pilot rolls, because what we're doing, each success downgrades the difficulty of the next pilot's check by 1. So if you could do me a favor, Siam, and against 2 purple, roll
2 purple. Okay.
A piloting space.
Correct.
All right. Well, if the way we've rolled tonight's in the indicator, this is going to go great. Are you ready?
Great.
Oh, I get a blue though from Doxy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So piloting space. Here we go.
R2R4 will wiggle his feet to try to.
Yes.
So you
You guys have
downgraded
been
the difficulty
healing
by
strain from my inspiring rhetoric too, right?
I've not gotten any. I've got real life strain, but not in game strain.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
I'm
I
stressed
want
out
some
right
healing
now.
strain.
Do you also pass me that blue die?
I would if I can. I will. Yeah, if I can.
All right. So Mike, I applied a blue die from her, a blue die from him, and I also applied a downgrade from him. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'll take off the downgrade then.
Maggie, I've been on open comms this whole time, so that could have inspired you. I guess it's up to Mathis.
Well, yeah, she can take a blue die in her next action, or for the next 3 rounds. Or
And
whatever.
heal some strain.
Yeah.
Well, her eyes just exploded from the despair of her perception failure.
All right,
Hi,
Scott,
Mike.
you're good to roll.
How much strain do I heal?
Think 2. Let me look.
Okay.
I'm not taking chances.
Fair enough.
Good call.
Wow.
Holy.
Whoa.
That's a downgrade and upgrade. 2 blues. Like, yeah, he put the odds in his favor quite nicely.
Yeah, and those blue die did nothing for me. Just saying.
That's
Oh, he had that same roll to hit a side of a truck and missed.
Okay.
Womp womp,
Okay.
just one.
I didn't have yellow dice.
So, Kyle, you pulled the maneuvers to kind of catch up with R2-R4, and at the last minute, you quickly roll your ship to keep the airlock nice and lined up using the computer's targeting systems in conjunction with what cameras you have on the ship. You're able to kind of position yourself where you're scooping up cargo in a way. And you float your way at a nice gentle pace, though slightly faster than R2-R4, until R2-R4 is within the confines of the airlock. I'm assuming then you lift the airlock, it depressurizes, the gravity kicks in as R2-R4 clangs onto the ground, rights himself up, and angrily starts beeping.
Okay, we need to mute that bot.
And for those who understand him, he's blaming Kyle for his missed jump.
So are we. It's okay, buddy.
Whoa.
I just
Whoa,
immediately
whoa.
get down and hug him, and I'm like, I'm so glad you're okay. I'm so glad you're okay.
Whoa.
I'm so glad you're
Whoa, wait a second. I'm going to actually stop and turn on and be like, listen, I lined up that thing perfectly. I got you. And then after I'm done like yelling at him for a bit, I'll be like, and now Tara's going to die because of you. First time I ever said her name.
That's kind of huge.
Well, unless we get back, let's fly back. We need to get on that ship.
Yeah,
and
we
help
got to
her.
get back there immediately. Can we dock this ship?
There's no area to dock it on the ship. The ship's too small to dock another ship.
We have a rope.
Can we airlock dock?
You dock.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do that, but remember, R2-R4 is going to need to splice it from the outside to unlock it.
Or we dock and then we cut it open.
You can do that too. You can
Let's
just
do that.
brute force.
Can't
it.
we just run to the hole that Tara went in?
Yes, you got to get in spacesuits though.
But
and-
then we all have to make coordination checks, and
Well, not if
I don't know
we
about you guys,
land
but
our
mine are
ship
bad.
on the ship.
No. Mike's saying that the ship's not big enough for us to pull that off, and we don't have like tubes or anything. We're not designed for piracy. But all ships are designed to be able to, unless Mike's saying
Airlock
not
to
this
airlock.
universe. Yeah, airlock to airlock.
Yeah. Technically, yes, you can definitely do that. You will require either a way to bust it open or to splice it open from the outside.
If Terra's been busting through doors anyway, though, we're gonna have to wear spacesuits on the ship anyway. There's not gonna be any air.
You don't
Well,
know that
it's
yet.
then
fine.
suit up.
I'm in my suit. I'm
It's
ready.
more
I am
so
hot
that
to
you
try.
don't have to do the
Yum.
athletics checks.
All right, I guess I'll suit up.
All right. We'll get back to you guys as you fly your way back, but we got to go back to Maggie first.
I rolled that triumph before. That's right.
Yes, she rolled that triumphant despair.
I took 2 shots.
So Maggie, as you're kind of filing through things, seeing what's taken, what's operational, it's clear that everything but the essentials, like to keep this ship operational, having some life support, was removed. Any excess metals, any excess systems, the astrogation and navicomputer has been removed completely, but enough for emergency power, gravity, and life support was left. Probably because the pirates, whoever was kind of stripping this thing, wanted to make sure they didn't have to be wearing spacesuits and deal with 0 Gs while pirating throughout this thing. But before you can...
What did I accidentally touch when I was perceiving?
Well, it's not that you accidentally touched anything. You just didn't... You horrendously didn't hear or see anything as you were looking around. Before you hear behind you the clanging of a footstep and a gunshot before we roll into initiative, because he's going to get a free shot due to your rolling of a despair prior. Let me just get that sheet open. There it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna get on comms and be like, Tara, we're on our way. Because we already know that the security system was activated and we're freaking out.
Ranged light roll.
At least we're not all 3 careening into space, hoping that Terra can come and save us.
All right. And you hear the audible noise of blaster fire.
Oh boy.
Wow, that was actually... I didn't mean to roll like that. Jesus Christ. Whoops. Try that again. Just against 2 purples. So... reroll. And he fails. So, as you wheel around, what you see before you is a prequel era security droid standing with a blaster pistol pointed and levied directly at you. It fires a shot and barely misses as you catch it. You see it right before it pulls the trigger, and you're able to quickly sidestep it, and the blaster shot rolls past you. We will now roll initiative.
Okay.
You will roll unprepared, so vigilance for you.
Okay. Let me know when I can roll.
You are
And I can't
able to roll.
Use my upgrade on that.
Correct. You're good to roll.
All right.
All right, and then they were prepared. And that should bring up the initiative. And I need the 3 of you to roll as well. However, you'll all at the very start be acting together because you're all on a ship.
Okay. So we're rolling cool,
you're gonna
or-
be vigilance. You were unprepared for the fight, more or less.
Even though we got that
Yes.
security alert?
Oh, it's okay. My vigilance is better than my cool.
Where is the? Oh yeah, no, you guys got the security alert. You're right. You get cool.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's cool.
Where the initiative tracker isn't popping up. Where do I get that? There it is. Got it.
All right.
Who are we missing for a roll here?
Kyle.
Scott.
I'm trying to find. I have so many things open.
I do too. I was like, I'm moving things around.
There it is. Okay, and initiative, combat, and I'm gonna do. It's cool, right? No,
Yes.
Vigilance. Sorry. Vigilance.
Cool, because you knew.
No, I didn't.
I didn't know because I was.
You
I
didn't
mean, I
know.
have-
Correct.
Look,
Oh,
I was
cool.
looking around.
Yeah.
I was peeking around, looking at stuff.
All right, let's organize this. Descending order. So, 3 PCs and an NPC. Who are we missing? Are we missing somebody? I only have 3 PCs having rolled up here.
Terra rolled earlier.
I rolled
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah, why is that not popping up on this? That's weird.
2
Did
success.
somebody's chat yell
I
at
can
them
roll again,
saying they
just-
didn't click their token?
You can just re-roll, and I'll just modify it and put it the right number
Who
for you,
needs to
Tara.
roll?
Okay.
Tara just needs to just re-roll.
Oh, I'm the one who doesn't show up though,
Oh, are you?
because
Oh,
I
yeah,
had
you're
3
right.
advantage.
All right, roll again.
No.
Yeah, he
No,
had 0.
he did show up. You know what the issue is? I bet he rolled as an NPC.
Oh, you're right.
There is an NPC that's 0-3. That would have
But
been
didn't-
mine.
Yeah,
Oh look, I rolled the
you may
exact
have
same
clicked
thing
on-
No,
again.
no, I rolled
Oh.
as an NPC and got 0 successes and 3 advantages as well.
Oh, that's weird. Then
So-
Siam just didn't click as token.
That's
There are
fine.
4 PCs now. Why is there a 4th?
Because Terra rolled the second one. So I'm just going to modify that second roll to Siam's roll, which was 0 and 3. Everybody else made sure.
Oh.
He rolled normal cool, not initiative cool, Siam. Oh, okay, that's why. Because you used
Good job.
you
Wade.
clicked on the skill, not the other
Oh.
You have to go to combat, and then it's the top thing, which is initiative, and then you have to roll.
Normally I
cooler.
remember they were there.
0.
I was just thinking cool individual.
It's alright. It's been 3 weeks. It's all good.
It has been a while.
That's not an excuse.
I give it.
You
I was
lost
on an airplane
initiative.
for like 500 hours this last week.
All right, it's all of you first before the NPC gets to do anything.
Don't do the math, Kyle, Scott, whoever
You
you are.
mind if I go first?
Yeah, you should probably go first.
I have a plan.
That's like 21
Yeah,
days.
so Tara, she kind of hears the blaster go off, moves to the side, and she's like,
Oh, hello there.
and she is going to slide close to it and try to take off its restraining bolts.
You'd have to pry open its chest and get to the inside.
Sure, I'm good at
Um,
that.
Okay, all right, yeah, for sure. You can make that roll. Let me think on the.
I mean, if I have to use my vibra bolts to stab into it, sure, whatever.
right, obviously. I'm just trying to think of the kind of check I
I
would have
think
you
it would be
make.
like because you know how I can specifically target like a weapon.
Yeah,
So I'd specifically target that spot.
it's like a called shot more or less
Yeah.
to try and pry it open. But I'm just trying to think if I would want it to be like damage or.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just have you do a called shot. It's just going to be very hard, as opposed to what's a normal difficulty type thing. I'm thinking instead of it being just 2 purple, I'm going to throw in a black die and make it a purple and 2 red. And you're going to use your weapon attack roll against this thing. 2 downgrades for it? Oh, that's how it works? Okay, that works for me too. 2 downgrades on your end. I'll give you the downgrades for a called shot like that. Okay, there we go.
okay.
So it's still going to be just 2 purple, but you're going to get 2 downgrades on your attack.
Do you want
Okay.
to?
I've given the
light
downgrades
side?
already. I've given you.
Yeah,
the
can I use a light side point? Would you guys mind?
Yeah, give yourself an
Please
upgrade.
do.
I feel like I've used a lot of light side points. I normally never use light side points ever.
You're the one
You
in
might
the
open
action
2
right
doors.
now.
Okay, so give
You got
myself an upgrade,
Okay.
and then I have a blue because I have that, and I'm gonna do my attack. Ready?
You're good to go.
Crush it, Maggie. Woo!
Nice.
Hell yeah.
8, 9, 10, 11 damage,
11 damage minus their soak. Okay.
and yeah,
And you
there's
just-
a lot of other stuff.
That is correct. But you did not crit, so that's good to know.
Yeah, I
It
have.
roll.
has 2 pierce, so that goes through.
Pass
the-
soak by 2. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So you leap.
Doxy's like,
Yeah, she's got that pierced down, dude. So you take a couple quick steps forward and slide this thing towards its center chest piece, and you do lodge your Volge right in there. And with a quick kind of pull and snap, it comes flying off, and you clearly cut some of the wires, doing some extra internal damage to it as well. But there, in the mess of wires, can I please get a off-the-cuff perception check from you to see the restraining bolt quickly?
Okay. I don't get the blue die anymore, right?
Correct.
Perception.
It's against 1 purple, 1 red.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Nope.
There's a lot going on there, and you know it's probably in there, but you do not see it in the mess of wires and in the blinking lights and whirring gears.
Okay. She's just gonna be like, as she does that, and she's like digging in there. She's like,
Hold still. I'm trying to free you.
Wouldn't she know what was that? Didn't she fight alongside these droids?
This is just a security droid. She's definitely fought
Oh.
against them many times, and they've definitely been some on her side as well. They're a bit stronger than minions, but they're not particularly.
I just thought she might already know where the bolts were from.
Ah, gotcha. All right. The other 3 players are next.
well, I know that they're in that
Yes,
specific
they're
spot.
in
so-
there, yeah.
yeah.
Fair enough. I'm just trying to ruin Mike's day.
Yeah, I
That's
know
all.
you are. All right, so since you guys are all acting pretty much on the same turn, basically what this is going to boil down to is a a check from Scott to quickly get back over there and align this thing all in one turn, so that the three of you can jump out. And necessarily, or are you doing airlock to airlock, Scott? How are you going? Are you going to the hole in the top, or are you going airlock to airlock? Airlock to airlock. Gotcha.
Touching the tips.
Touching the tips. Still going to be difficult to go all do in one round.
Talking.
Basically, Scott, here's what I'm going to give you the choice. You can attempt to do this all in one go, which is going to be a much more difficult, space piloting check. Or you can give yourself a round to get there, and then next round you can dock, and it'll be significantly easier.
Why would I want to waste time when I am more than capable?
Okay, that's what I figured. All in one go. All right. Would you like to use a light side point?
Hold on. What do I have for blue dice?
You have one from Cora, and I think that's it. Unless I can assist. Can I do something to assist again?
You can do the same check you did last time.
Which is against 2 purples.
Yep. It's all set.
Okay. Piloting space. Do I have a blue dice from Cora still? I think I do, right?
You should.
Okay, I'll put that back on. Piloting space. Oh, boom.
Well, that's funny because even though you failed, you still can give me an upgrade.
It's true. That's weirdly true.
You got
But
it,
you get
buddy.
to narrate it.
I'll take my 1 stress.
Oh, I think you can give me an upgrade or downgrade the difficulty.
Whichever you prefer.
It's your role, man. You tell me what you do.
Well, what do you? I'll downgrade the difficulty and get less chance of us having despairs.
Okay.
So, I'll give a
but
downgrade.
I'll take the downgrade. I'll give it to myself, Scott.
And I don't get a blue die from him, so I'll just do it that way.
Okay.
All right. And I will use a force point just in case because we got to save Maggie's booty.
Okay. Are you giving me a downgrade or giving yourself an upgrade?
Give myself an upgrade.
And I'll use a dark side point and give you a downgrade.
You suck. A lot.
I gotta make sure you guys still have.
I feel like you need to use black dice more. That's what you need to do. You don't use the black dice. You know.
Yeah,
I
we
do
can
need to
never
use
get the
black
black
dice a
dice.
lot more.
Yeah.
I do need to use black dice.
Because
a
I
lot more.
cancel those. Ah!
Man, you had the dice were in your favor on that though. That was like
Your mom's in your favor, Michael.
Ow! Well, you can pass a blue dice or heal some strain.
Thanks. I will pass a blue die to the next person that rolls, and I will heal the 2 strain I have. But that doesn't stop me from being stressed the fuck out.
I'm glad I got rid of one of those red dice because I could feel that despair right there.
Oh God.
Could you have rolled worse? The answer's no. Actually, well, yes, you could have rolled the despair on the red.
Hold on 1 second. Am I the host of this call? Nope, I can't mute him.
Damn
Damn it! Guys, we have to restart this call for a second.
So, Scott, in your panic, and Kyle is one to panic, as you kick the engines up and you kind of roar forth away from after picking up R2, R4, rather successfully, mind you, you aren't paying too much attention. The adrenaline is pumping through you. You're nervous, and you overshoot your target. And you're going to have to make another check on the next round. Okay. To the NPC, Maggie. Can I just get a flat perception check from you, please?
Sure.
Anymore.
Yeah.
Scott,
Whatever you want.
you'd play if you were DM, though.
Piloting space is what I do. I've only failed it once.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm good. You're good.
All right.
All right.
Nope.
You hear nothing else as this
I'm
droid...
real busy, okay? I'm trying to
it's
free some
fair.
droids.
It's fair. As this droid
Freedom!
spends a turn disengaging from you and putting himself at short distance from you, and then taking a shot at you once again. And all he says is, stop, desist, stop, desist. And he's going to take a shot.
At disadvantage because he's engaged?
He backed up for his move action, and now he's going to fire.
She's holding on lovingly to his wires.
No, she just ripped it open.
Well,
God damn it. He misses. And it fires another shot. Sparks kind of fly as his arm twitches in the wrong direction at the last minute, and a blast shot goes flying by.
This is not great. This is the exact opposite.
at least he's rolling poorly too. It's not just us.
All right, hang on. Before we go to the top of the order.
Everybody's rolling so bad.
I've been rolling
I will
away.
not stop until you are free.
Boy.
Okay, top of the order. 3 PCs. So
I
who's
guess
taking
Kara
the
I
first
didn't
one?
get a turn last time.
You all act on Scott's turn.
I didn't
so,
either.
Because you're on the ship. So is this something you guys wanted to do on the ship? Please do.
I would like to be inspiring people.
You're welcome to roll. Go for it. It's all set up.
All right, listen, turd nuggets, you're inspired.
Okay.
That is quite the nugget of turd.
What does that do for us?
It counts as a success.
Doesn't it count as 2 successes, I thought?
You have 2 successes and a triumph.
No, the triumph. Doesn't the triumph count as a success and 2 advantages?
2 advantages.
But it's
All
already
right,
been, the math's already worked into, like, you see the result down there.
Yeah, the advantages were nullified by the 3 disadvantages that were rolled.
Correct.
I do not know what a turd nugget is,
There
but
were
I am
advantages
inspired.
there, too.
Okay, she didn't actually say that.
So wouldn't it be 1 advantage? Because
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it didn't count it. It didn't actually count it in the math, Scott. Look at it. Look at it. She rolled 2 separate advantages on top of the 2 that came.
It counts as 1 success and 1 advantage.
Oh, okay. That's why then. It's
Yeah.
1 and 1, not 2.
The math works out always as before.
Okay.
Unless it's broken. But you can do something like give like Maggie or me or somebody else a nobody cares about weight.
We're gonna
An
drastically heal Maggie's stress because she's in rough shape.
Oh, I'm not in rough shape anymore, but I will
You're not?
take. Does anyone else need stress
Who
relief?
here is the most stressed out?
I've
I
only
have
got one.
I feel like
yeah.
Kyle.
I have
I think
0, I have
Kyle
0
and
out
Maggie
of
get
12.
Blue dice the most, so you can give it to them. Do we all get blue dice, or just the ones that get affected by this?
I have 0 out of 12. I'm actually really good at strain management. So
Oh,
Yeah, I've only
I'm
got-
stressed, so I can take some.
Yeah, take it all.
How much do I get?
I don't know. Let me look at my battle sheet thingy.
Do we
I
all
don't
get the
know.
blue dice? Even if we don't get to remove strain, do we still get the blue dice?
Yes, because she has 2 successes plus the triumph, which is a success slash
Okay.
and a forward. So
Cool.
I think is it 3?
We have
How many ranks do you have in Inspire?
2.
2.
She rolled 2 successes because the triumph success was negated by the 1 failure you rolled. So what you should be able to do with your current roll, and I think chat just said it as well, is you give 2 people a blue and 1 person an upgrade. So choose the 2 people you want to give a blue and choose the person you want to give an upgrade to. And it lasts 3 rounds.
I just need the blue. I don't need an upgrade.
All right, Maggie gets a blue and an upgrade, and Wade gets a blue then.
Oh, give Scott the blue if you're going to do it that way, because Scott is piloting us back in, so he could use it more than me.
Okay. All right, you
All right.
just explicitly asked for it, is what you.
Well, I thought it was like 1, 1, and 1. I didn't know you could combine them.
I don't know if you
But
realize
how much strain does Maggie heal right now? Because
this.
I'm
0.
Nothing. Yeah.
No, she at least gets 1 for the success.
No, because you're giving me a blue, right?
Inspiration shouldn't heal strain, I don't think.
It does if you roll additional whatever.
Advantages,
It's
right?
the advantages.
Correct.
Yeah, but you didn't
He
roll
has
any
1
advantages.
Take the inspiring rhetoric action. Make an average leadership check. Each success causes 1 ally in close range to recover 1 strain.
Oh, but then read the other one.
I'm not close though.
And she's not in close range.
Read the other inspiring rhetoric ability.
No, I know that one. I'm trying to figure out the stress and the stress alone.
So
That does work, but not on me because I'm not close to you.
Yeah, so you're able to inspire 1 person with 1 and heal 1 strain on that 1 person because the advantages are going to be what allows you to affect multiple people. I always flip them up too because in my mind, more successes equal more people and advantages equal hey heal as well. But they flip that for some reason, so it always throws me off. I'm sure you guys are thinking the same
Well, if it's
thing.
close range, then I guess it has to go to Scott because I don't need any of it.
Everybody's at 0, except for me
And me.
I've got
and
1,
Maggie.
but I'm not
The
worried about
2
one.
people that I can't fucking heal right now. I need to get on that ship.
But I can
But
take
I'll take the blue
die.
and the upgrade.
Yeah, you can have those.
I'll give them to Maggie then. Yep, she needs them more than I do.
Well, you still get a blue.
I don't think I do.
You do.
Yeah, she has 2 blues and an upgrade. So she's giving you 1 blue, she's giving me 1 blue, and giving me an upgrade.
That's fine.
Close as in if they can hear Cora. She's over comms.
I can hear her overcome.
It says within close range, however. Not
Oh, true.
close. It's close range, and the band of close range is fucking close.
True. Then yeah.
How is it that we fuck this up every session?
Because
I don't know.
it's the more I play
It's
this game,
really poorly worded.
the more I play this game, the more there's aspects of it that I actually loathe a lot.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's the wording, and because they're using proprietary dice, it's that much harder for it to sink in. Because I'm not looking at numbers, I'm looking at explosions and symbols, and it gets frustrating because I'm just like, that doesn't mean anything to me.
It's explicitly the inspiring rhetoric because it's phrased horribly. Everything else is fine.
But
so that's fine. We both get a
Mathis
blip.
could house rule it to be however he wants.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
true.
fine with that. Yeah, I give
Because
you
we
the-
have been allowing overcom stuff, but I don't know if we
Correct.
want to continue or not.
I'm down for certain things to go over comms, but other things not. Healing stress over comms to me doesn't make that much of a sense.
Yeah.
But I'm cool with passing a blue dice over comms or something like that.
Cool. Then I will
That's
take the
fine.
blue
That's
dice and the upgrade, but I will not
That's
take
fair.
the stress. That makes complete sense to me.
Yeah.
All right.
You can,
Also,
you can hear someone inspiring you, but you can't like get healed from it.
Yeah.
From it. For it makes complete
That's
sense.
how my brain parses it.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you.
also going to look at Kyle and be like, get me in position to get on that ship.
He's been working on it.
I give you a thumbs up.
Okay, so I need to roll space again. Is it me to roll? Or no, Tara's going first, right? Are we top of order? I don't know.
Well, did you want to do anything on your turn on the ship, Siam? Because I had skipped you and Cora, thinking that you guys were just going to act on his. So you
did
are
do
welcome
something.
to.
I assisted. I rolled to assist him. Does
Okay,
that
cool.
count?
So then you're all set. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming you're going to do. So then it goes to Terra. Terra, he backed up, said, stop, desist, and opened fire on you again. What do you want to do? You didn't see the restraining bolt, but you have this chest piece pried open.
Yeah, and Tara was like, I'm not stopping until you're free. So I am just going to continue moving close to him and trying to take his restraining bolt off. And I'm just going to be spamming in Morse code with my eyes. I come in peace.
Okay,
My eyes
so
are just blinking, and then I'm like trying to. My goal is just to take the restraining bolt out. I'm not trying to harm it in any way.
So you're
Alright.
ripping its chest
So if
open.
you're just gonna kind of reach in there, I'm gonna make it just an athletics check. It's gonna be difficult, but that way you're not doing any damage. You're not looking to destroy it. It is going to be difficult, however. It's gonna bump up the 2 purples that you would normally roll against up to just 2 red, and you're gonna roll against the 2 red.
You do have a blue and upgrade though.
Yep,
Yeah, I have a
there's
blue and an
and
upgrade. We'll see how it goes.
So give yourself the blue and the upgrade, and if you're good
Still
to
not
go,
feeling
you're
something.
welcome to roll.
All right.
Damn.
Damn.
That's a lot of advantage.
Take some advantage. Actually, I
You
can't.
rolled 1 success and 1
Heal
fail.
the rest of your
Heal all
strain.
your strain.
Oh,
Yeah, all your
yeah, I
strain
can
is
feel my
healed.
strain.
So you kind of thrust your hand in there, and it reactively just tries to knock it away. You kind of finger a couple of wires, but never really being able to reach and feel around too much before it takes like a quick step back, knocks your hand away, and
Yeah.
has its pistol continually leveraged at you.
Yeah, and then like Tara, when it does that, Tara's like,
I am not trying to harm you. I just want to help. I want you to be free. We must all be free.
How much strain did you have to heal?
I'm all healed up now.
Well, I'm just curious if you had enough left over to pass the blue to Scott. That's all I really
Oh, I have 2 left over.
asked. Is that enough
That's
for a blue
enough.
dice to whoever
Take
goes
it.
next?
Yeah,
Alright.
here.
So Scott, it's going to go to you next.
Okay.
So he's downgrading the difficulty initially.
Mhm.
It's going to be a little bit of a easier roll in general. I just want to make sure I'm lining it up properly. And I'm going to throw in a couple black dice.
Yay! Finally, black dice.
I know. Finally, they can be ignored. It's also one of those. It's also one of those things like black dice in general. I'm always like, well, why throw black dice at people when I know they're negating it? I only want to throw black dice when I know it's enough to affect it. Otherwise, in my mind, I negate it anyway. I'm like, one black
it needs
dice.
to be a practice that you do all the time.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
That way, sometimes
Yeah, yeah. All right, Scott. Do you want to use a light side point?
I am going light side. Hold on. You said that there was an upgrade already happening. Who is causing that?
That was from Cora.
The Siam is
That's
giving
not
me a downgrade.
Oh,
correct?
okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's.
I am giving
I think that. Yeah, sounds
you a
right.
blue,
And you have a blue from me.
and you have a blue
You
from
got
Cora.
2 blue.
I got
and then
those two.
downgrade to Mike from me.
I'm gonna have to use the light side just because we got to get there, and I fucked up. So I imagine this.
Do I need
is
to
not
roll
gonna
for
be
that
easier.
again? Did I roll for that, or is that last turn? I don't remember when I rolled for that.
I'm gonna say it was last turn. But if you want to roll for it, if you don't believe you rolled for it, I can set up the difficulty real quick right now.
I rolled for it. I just didn't know if it counted for this one or if it counted for our last attempt.
Okay.
I'll keep it. I mean, if you're saying I did it, I'll take it.
Sure. Scott, you go ahead and give yourself an upgrade.
Oh, we're having a rough time today.
How is it possible?
You only rolled like 3 purples, man.
I gave another downgrade. I mean, how is it possible with that dice stacked in my favor to fail 3 times in a row? Like you fail from time to time, but 3 times in a row with the dice stacked that well in your favor?
I stole all your luck by upgrading my leadership. I shouldn't have done it. I take it back.
I know I'm gonna miss the hit. Like I know I'm missing my opportunity to
latch on.
dock it or whatever.
Yeah.
So instead, I just get pissed and I actually just kind of like shoot away because I just need to realign the
Gotcha.
entire
You're gonna try
approach to
like start fresh.
But what I'm going to spend my triumph for is as I'm doing that, anybody who's in the airlock is getting jettisoned right outside the door, hopefully over by the hole in the wall.
Okay.
That Maggie was, because they all have their suits, so they're all safe.
Yeah, they're all ready to go.
And
I imagine they
R2
were
unit
suiting
with
up.
thrusters.
Yeah,
So
he's good to go. So you guys are lining up in the airlock, and Scott's just gonna pop it open and just send you guys out towards the gaping hole where Tara landed herself.
now,
Kyle just killed us.
I'm throwing that one. I'm throwing that blue die to the next person that rolls. I can't choose who with only one.
Okay. So we're just floating in space right now?
No. He's gonna, then next turn Scott has to make another roll to try and line you guys up to the hole. Because he failed this attempt, so Maggie's constantly gonna be fighting for a little while on her own.
Oh, so what was the airlock business then? I thought he was throwing us out
That's
of
where
the
you guys are gonna be sitting and waiting for Scott to line up, and then the airlock's gonna open, and then you guys are gonna go at the hole.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool. Next is the rest of the NPC. Well, we'll start with NPC 1 and then do all the others. There's one more PC before we get to them. Does Siam or Cora want to do anything on this turn?
Not unless I can do some kind of co-piloting to help with next turn.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you're welcome to. Let me set that up. Yep, you're good to roll when you're ready.
All right, and I do not have a blue dice from Cora, so I'm just going to roll piloting.
You
space.
should have one.
I do get one, even though I didn't take a thing from you last turn.
Yeah, you gave it to Tara and Kyle. That's it.
Well, then let me go first and inspire you also.
I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah, you're welcome to. Go for it.
Like, Siam, you've been a big help. Keep at it.
Wait, hold on. Before you roll, do you get a blue dice on your roll since you're going right after Kyle did? It's the next person.
No, he gave it explicitly to you.
My blue die went to the next person. I can't choose who because there's only one advantage. It's just the next.
So
person
it would have
to
gone
roll.
to Cora. Cora,
Yeah.
you can just throw one blue die on the table if you want.
Yeah, throw it onto your leadership thing. I could
I'm
just go with it.
Why don't I heal a strain and pass you a blue die? Is that doable? Can I do that? Because
Yeah.
I got the 2
Well, I don't know if you can take
advantage
the.
also.
Can you take Scott's advantage to heal a strain? I don't know if you can. You do that?
Can I pass the blue die on?
You can give Siam a blue die and it'll last 3 rounds. You can also refresh one of the other
asking if
2s.
she can take Scott's blue dice and use that to heal a strain on herself, and then just use inspiring rhetoric.
It has to be rolled as a blue die, if that's how it was given.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can attach a blue die to inspiring rhetoric, or I can use the blue die, roll my roll, and then you can use inspiring rhetoric, and it can apply afterwards. So if I'm already getting the blue die anyway, I'll just use the blue die from Kyle
Sure.
and use inspiring
That's
rhetoric.
fine. Do that.
I'm just gonna take the blue die from Scott and.
Okay, good. Works for me.
Woo,
You're ready?
we've got to get back into these because my brain is hurting today. Waboom! Okay, never mind. Good luck.
All right, you don't
We're
give
all dead.
him
We
a
are having
downgrade.
a struggle.
Cora, please inspire us. We need it.
I have done the thing. Just use that roll from before.
So my session
Oh,
this
okay.
morning, everybody, like, you could not fail a roll. Everybody was rolling just amazing. I mean, Rick, who plays in the game, he's like renowned for failing everything. He always rolls poorly. Never failed a single check. Just crushed it. Tons of 20s too. This is my fault. This is me using all the RNG earlier this morning, and now it's just crushing down on us.
Great, so we can blame Scott for more stuff. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So Maggie, as Tara wheels around and like looks to launch her hand to the chest, misses, was very hyper focused as her surroundings start to kind of come to as she's no longer necessarily hyper focused. She does notice that in front of her, and she can hear behind her what sounds like more mechanical footsteps as fire from both sides just kind of rushes you completely. They're gonna all act at once for the most part because I'm gonna count them as minions, but they're just gonna fire. And they're going to give themselves, because they're flanking you technically, I'm going to give myself 1 blue die.
Oh, you have friends.
This is such a parallel to like the first episode with Maggie, where she's inside fighting and we're all just dicking around outside the action. This is exactly how that went. That stupid warehouse. This is a space warehouse.
Except this time I don't want to hurt them.
I know, it's worse.
I want to love them.
It's worse
I
than it
want
was
them to be my
before.
friends.
Maggie, what is your soak?
If you are only doing 3 damage, you are not hurting me.
I am not only doing 3 damage to you.
Okay.
So it's
I have a
3
6
soak?
soak.
6
I have a-
soak? Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
8 minus 6, you take 2.
Aw.
As all these blaster shots just kind of rain down
Like,
from the hallways.
she's gonna die. The way we're rolling tonight, we're never gonna get on the ship, and she's gonna be trying to make friends with these things till she's dead.
I know, it's great.
So here's the thing. I have a motive, and it is
I
I
know.
quite
know.
right. My goal is to free them. I don't think Tara can, like, unless
Even if they start hurting
until she
you,
feels
I
like
don't
she needs to, then she
know.
will.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna Flintstones it around the ship for a while you're fighting, or
I'm okay. I'll let you know when.
All right.
Well, when I start fighting them, you'll know I need to.
Top of the order. First PC, Maggie or Kyle? Who wants to take it?
Yeah, I'm down with taking
Probably
it.
Maggie.
Tara? Okay.
Okay.
So, Tara, are you going to do what you did last time?
Yep.
Okay, same thing against 2 red. Would you like to use... Oh, no, you guys are out of light side points, so I'll use a dark side point and upgrade the difficulty for fun, but also give you guys a light side point in the process. And do you get you have a blue you can throw on from Cora from
Yep.
a round or 2 ago, and you're welcome to make that roll when you are ready.
This is all in RNGesus'
It
hand.
is all in RNGesus' hand. Athletics check when you're good.
Nope.
Once again, he's moving too quickly. He's prepped for it, and he maneuvers his way where your hands do not necessarily reach in. And
what can you do with 3 advantage though? That's a lot of advantage.
Heal
I
strength.
told you. You must stay still. I am just trying to free you. See,
She's being shot at, just like doctorly trying to fix the robot.
Yeah.
Okay. Scott, Kyle's up. Let's see.
Kyle gives up. What? What?
Can you
Alright.
take a blue from Maggie's 3 advantage?
Yeah. Yep. Which one's to pass it? Sure. So I'll take the blue. So I dumped them out over there, as I had already said. What can I do from out here? Because I'm not going to be able to like give them a nudge to send them in there. Like that'd be pretty bad, right? So what can I do to try to lend some sort of aid from out here?
You just want to. You're trying to line them up, right? Once again.
No. I dropped them out. It's up to them to get onto the ship now because for some reason that other ship, the way it's like twisting and moving, I can't line up the 2 ships to properly dock. So
Yeah.
I was
So you're
like,
trying to. So you're trying to line them up at the hole in the wall in the.
He already threw us out. What
dude,
he's saying.
they're out the airlock.
Oh, they are.
He threw us out last round. Yeah, that's.
So
what he was
my
trying to
understanding
do.
was because you failed your roll, you went by it, looped back around, and we're gonna try and line them up with the hole that was blasted in the ship.
No.
I misunderstood what you said then.
So I said that because I missed it when I spent my my what's it called triumph on
Right.
because I failed. I was like fuck it, and I just like kind of blasted away to like get away from where I was trying to go in.
Gotcha.
And open the airlock to send them out into space, so that they can figure it out. I was like, they got jetpack.
Got
You know,
you.
they can figure it
Okay.
out. You know, because at least, and that's where the triumph was meant to be. Like, I'm not just throwing them somewhere out there. It's like spend the triumph to drop them somewhere advantageous.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I
So we'll say like at the beginning, whatever. You guys, as of now, doors open. Scott or Kyle just kind of like the airlocks give, the warnings go off, and you see the door opening up, and as such, what's before you isn't what you were expecting, and I'm sure Kyle warned you, but exactly like kind of above the ship, and it's like make your own way, and you kind of get out of the airlock. So R2R4 is with you. Exactly. Cora and Siam with their spacesuits and little jetpacks are sent into 0G to make their way towards the hole in the ship, and that's going to be coordination checks from everybody
I'm going
involved.
to use my turn to make a new character sheet.
But Kyle's going to go first. So Kyle, so your question is, what can you do to help them?
So that was what I did last turn.
Yes,
right?
correct. So this is your turn now.
This turn, what can I do? Not necessarily to help them, because they're kind of like I
Right.
dumped the problem, right? Because I was failing. So why I failed 3 times? So why try again?
Mhm.
So what can I do to lend any sort of aid to either Cora or T3R4 or anything like that? Could I attempt to like hack into the ship? Is there?
I mean, yeah, you
Or-
could always make a splice check yourself.
Okay.
It will be against the same difficulty that R2, R4 went against, which was 3 red and a purple, I believe.
No, that's not worth it.
Okay.
All right. So I think then I'll just kind of like hold up where I am, like over. But no, you know what? Now I'm going to continue trying to dock, but this time without the concern of them being there.
Okay.
So I'm going to take your original offer,
Okay.
and instead of just going for it now, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to skip this turn.
Okay, so it'll be
next
easier
time
on
it's
the next
easier.
one. Okay.
Correct.
So you just kind of, as you drop them off, you basically give yourself distance and are going for a realign, more or
Yep.
less, and you do so to make it easier for your next go.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because you're
That's
not
the
you're not on the
longest
stress.
skip turn ever.
Yeah, pretty much. But again, we're just trying to figure out what the hell's going down. Okay. That was Scott. Now we go to the next PC slot. Either Siam or Cora can take it.
Who wants to die first?
All right, so this is gonna be a coordination.
Yes.
Does that count as your action, or does that count as your movement? Because it is movement.
Technically, it is a movement, and if that is the case, you can. What's the word? Fucking like, quote unquote aim. There it is. Aim to give yourself a blue die on the coordination roll.
I want to inspire to give Siam a blue die.
Okay, you're welcome to inspire.
And
way
I'm
when I
on
blast
comms so
myself.
that everybody might be inspired.
Siam already has a blue die for 3 rounds.
I think he's down to his. Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
still have it for one more round.
one
Yeah,
more
you
round.
have
So
to-
she should
yeah,
refresh
you
it.
can
If she
yourself.
does it, she can
I'm
refresh
trying
it.
to refresh for everyone here on comms,
Okay.
and I just say, it is so fucking beautiful out here.
Hey, and you can give somebody an upgrade. 3 successes. So you
Siam,
give
make
three-
it onto
See,
that
wait,
fucking
you
ship,
said
dude.
that a triumph gives advantage on its own, but we had 3 advantages rolled and 3 disadvantages rolled, and there's still no advantages showing under there.
Maybe it just counts as a success and not an advantage. I'm going to consult the book right now, so just ignore it, and I'll consult the book.
Specifically for inspiring rhetoric, we should see what a triumph does, because that might be.
Yeah, I don't know if you can critical inspiring.
I don't think there is any notation specifically about triumphs under inspiring rhetoric, but I will read the book while you guys press on.
But Cora can give 3 of you, all 3 of you, a blue die for 3 rounds because that counts as 3 successes.
Sweet. Thank
Plus,
you,
she
Cora.
can give one of them an upgrade.
Siam, you're getting on that ship, dude. Take that upgrade. I'm gonna roll to get on the ship.
Okay, hang on. I just got to set up the
and hope
difficulty
I don't
for you.
die.
Would you like to use a light side point, Cora?
No.
Okay. You're welcome to roll.
What's
You're
the
welcome to
difficulty of
roll
this
when you're
jump?
ready. 1 purple, 2 red. But I upgraded the difficulty for her on purpose.
Oh
Oh god, you're only rolling 2 green?
Yeah, what do you think we have in coordination, Mike?
It's an agility thing. Whoever has good agility.
That's
No, no,
only
no! I
me.
have a good agility and I suck at that
I have
shit.
Really?
2 in agility.
Yeah, we've all got 2 in agility.
I'm the most coordinated person. I have a 4. I'm the sneaky
Well,
coordinated.
Scott did dump
flying
you guys
guy.
into the open space, so.
Yeah, with a triumph.
Whoa! Don't pass the buck on me, buddy.
You did this to
This
us,
is
Kyle.
You could have done black dice. You could have said, you know, this is tough, but it's not actively attacking them. Let's say there's some
That
black
doesn't
dice
kill
on
you.
there.
I didn't say this kills you.
I'm just saying.
This doesn't kill. It's not like
just saying.
space
Face doesn't
to
kill.
devoured
It's not
her.
my-
Harder
It's not my fault.
Cora's looking out at space and she's like, "Oh, it's so beautiful out
She
here,
got
guys."
distracted.
She loses her footing while she's staring up.
She'll
Cora,
be with Rah soon.
Doxy and I will nail the harder coordination check next round. It's fine. We got this.
Yo, you get an upgrade this turn. I'm getting you on that fucking ship.
All right. Well, everyone, drinks for Siam. Here I go.
You don't get to go yet, Siam. You're that next
Fuck that. All
PC.
right, I'm gonna die later.
Your PC
Hold-
slot goes after the
hold on.
NPCs.
I'm going to read this not to change the subject or anything. I'm
Okay.
going to read this. First, each triumph symbol also counts as one success, and every means previously defined as a success.
Correct.
This means the success portion of a triumph symbol could potentially be canceled by failure symbols generated during the same skill check. It says nothing about advantage whatsoever.
Okay.
Yep.
No problem.
So they're useless.
When it
Only
talks
despairs
about
of
the
that.
advantage is if you are looking to do the other details pertaining to use of advantage. So if you actually look at the cheat sheets we have, let's say combat reference sheet, you can use a triumph to trigger anything that's cheap or expensive. That's what it's for.
There we go. Tara, you get shot at again by the guy in front of you, the droid you've been messing with.
Hey,
They do not listen.
Not yet, anyway. Hopefully soon.
I think T304 just needs to start killing droids.
I'm trying real hard to be friends.
You're gonna end up soaking all of that. Because you're goddamn impossible to hit. And do damage to. He
I
fires in an
told you. Please halt your fire. I am not here to harm you. I'm here to save you.
And with a quick move, as you're saying that, walking towards this droid, and the droid levels his pistol and fires a shot. As you're talking, you just kind of knock the blaster shot out of the way with your vibro vulge, and just kind of hits the vibro vulge, and just as you walk. And then the other little gremlins all fire at you as well.
I'll make friends with them, and then we'll all fly out, hold on onto each other's legs, and we'll grab you guys and bring you in.
All right. And before we go to break, Siam, are you ready to roll, sir?
Yeah. So
Did you apply your upgrade
I did.
Okay.
and your blue dice?
I've got a blue dice and an upgrade.
Okay.
And can I take aim?
Yes, you can spend the first part of your action to take aim at the ship, more or less, align yourself, giving yourself an additional blue dice, and then you can roll.
I'm going to use a light side point 2 in hopes
Okay.
that I get a triumph. And if I get a triumph, Doxy, I'm going to try to grab you on my way in.
Okay.
All right, you are welcome to roll. I'm not using a dark side point. You're good.
Oh,
Are you
wow,
sure?
that's
You can
nice
really
of
fuck
you.
with my
I mean,
two
yeah,
green.
you can seriously
That's
go about
2
it by going
upgrades
ahead.
that you get, by the way.
Yep, 2 upgrades, 2 blue. Got it. All right, here comes
You could
the
give
best
me. Wait,
coordinated
you could
roll.
also give me a downgrade if you wanted to. with
That's
the
Mike,
true.
Mike, you cannot be downgraded any further in my eyes. Okay?
Scott, that happened when I was like
Yeah, we'll do
18
that.
years old, my dude. Many years ago.
Is it better to have 2 yellows against 3 reds or 1 yellow against 2
It's
reds?
one
Look how
purple.
content Mathis is. He's all like,
It's 1 purple and 2 reds. I just use a dark side point on Doxy
Wait.
to upgrade it to 3 reds.
I'm
this
just
time.
wondering what I have a
my
better
desk.
chance of getting the triumph on. If I have 2 yellows, I probably have a better chance, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the 2 upgrades rather than a downgrade.
Okay.
All right. This fucking blows. Here we go. Oh!
Ah!
You make it onto the ship at least.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Siam kind of seeing Cora list off into the
It's
depths
so
of space.
beautiful. She just goes into space.
Siam is dialed in. He doesn't want to lose himself to the vastness of space.
I did. I was ready to hold my pistol to my head next turn.
Can you do me a favor while we're on your turn as well? Could you roll for me R2R4's coordination roll?
Exactly. I was gonna say R2R4 can drag her in. That the whole point was
How
to
do I
send you
get
out
the
there with
R2R4 sheet? Is that under...
Whoever
boost
has
of-
it, you're welcome to make the roll.
I don't have that one. I don't believe.
Maggie.
I
you
have
want
R2FR. Is that what would you like me to do?
Yep, a coordination roll from him as well.
Oh
and he
boy,
can spend
he's
the
not
first part
very
of
good at this.
You can spend the first part of it as his action to aim. Give him a blue dice and then add it to the only reason, for case chat is curious, Cora didn't get it to aim is because she used the first part of her action to inspire.
Can I pass
Okay.
my advantage on to R2R4 or does not count because it's only 1?
It's only 1, doesn't count, and he's an NPC.
He's an NBC, so you can't give him advantage on
a
forge.
reminder, Cora? You can usually
Okay.
take 2 strains.
He
and
turns
get
on his
additional.
little thrusters, and he's gonna go aiming. Here we go.
Is this coordination or is this piloting?
Coordination.
Oh, for him? That's a good question.
Right? Isn't this what
That's
we did
right.
last
This is
time?
what piloting space. Piloting space.
Oh, I'm better at that. Okay.
And if that's better for you guys as well in space, you're welcome to make piloting space checks.
Oh, it certainly would have been.
Okay, here he goes.
Because you guys aren't leaping from the ship to the next ship.
My money is floating away.
Alright. It wasn't a despair. We'll cut to break here. We'll pick up next few minutes and we'll see what happens.
Oh
Listen, all I'm saying is I've succeeded because one person actually got on the station.
no. He's like, it's
killed us
happening all
all.
over again
Favorite.
You
for our
killed
2
us
hour.
all.
Your least favorite has made it onto the show.
I'm gonna walk in there to help Tara, and she's gonna kill me for hurting the robots.
Oh yeah. If you hurt the robot, she's gonna freak out at you.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
All right. We'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go. And we are back, everybody. Welcome back to some more Star Wars Fate in the Stars. It's every time we take like a 3-week break, things just go haywire and it's chaos. But we're back.
Okay, I hate to say this, but I have to say,
Oh no,
that Wade was right.
For
We should have just fucking blown up the ship and flown away. We would be better off if we just blew up the ship and
I
flew
wanted
away.
to wait till we were docked to the motherfucking thing.
There are robots for me to save. No.
All your friends are dying.
No.
Who do you think are
No.
my friends, though?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all her new friends.
R2, R4.
She's like, upgrade, you know. I wasn't really clicking with that click anyways.
No, I'm just kidding.
okay,
Well, Scott left us to die. Use my triumph to murder my friend.
who's taking the top slot of PC initiative?
Tara or Scott? I
And
guess.
me.
Okay.
So, unless you want to go Doxy.
No, I need somebody to pass me an advantage to get back on that ship, dude.
Okay.
So,
I'll go
Tara.
first
So,
then.
what is Tara going to do? Same thing as always. Now he's been backing up further and further, closer and closer to the group of droids at the end of the hall.
Sure.
But if you just want to just reach in, same exact difficulty roll, 2 red, athletics check when ready.
I mean, that's her goal. She just wants to save the droids. I have 1 blue.
Okay,
I think this is my last round with a blue.
I think so too.
All right. I don't get anything else. Ready?
I'm ready.
No, you just got from my last turn. You just got re-upped.
Yes, she did
Yeah.
refresh you, but
Fire.
go for it.
Okay. Well, it's just 1 blue anyway.
Wow. Narrate. It's yours if you want to take the narration.
Sweet. Yeah, she like ducks, or she like swaps the bullet, or like the thing that he just shot at her, and she rushes forward, reaches in her hand, pulls it out, and she's like,
You are free.
Tara's excited voice.
The wrong voice.
It's like,
Chipmunk modulator successful.
I always used to think that ludicrous song, you know what I mean? The chipmunk voice.
You are free. Now we must free your other friends. Please, help me.
Okay. He's going to have to make a discipline roll on his check to kind of be cognizant of and aware of the fact that he is free, but he's going to have
that
a
was
nice little
the R2R4's voice.
Yes,
That's why
I figured as much.
I'm hoping it's like, they're like, you're free, and then it blasts her in the chest anyways, because it's like, I don't need a bolt to want to kill you.
All right. Who's taking PC
But I
slot
want to be friends.
number 2?
Either me or Scott.
You go right ahead, Wade.
Okay,
right, Wade.
so I'm.
So you succeeded on your roll.
Yeah, you're on the
How
ship.
far away are they from where I'm at? Can I grab them? Can I do anything to help them get back here?
Wait. I got a triumph. Does he really have to make a discipline check?
If you dictate through your narration that he blinks to consciousness, I'll let you have it. Just immediate, like as you rip through and you talk to him, he just immediately recognizes what happened. He doesn't have to run any, like, you take that if that's what you want part of the narration. Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And
Okay.
fight by your side he may. We'll see what happens. Okay.
Droid revolution.
Exactly.
Oh, but if I dump them out the airlock to get them inside the thing, it means they all careen off to their death. Thanks,
well,
Will.
because
celebrating.
it wasn't because she didn't triumph failure. She just triumphed flat.
I'm
All right. I'm just saying.
I'm
Okay.
just busting nuts, man.
While
Siam?
she's celebrating, I want to try to help Cora and R2R4 somehow.
So here's the thing. You can see R2R4. You can see the lights of his engines as he kind of spins a little bit, trying to realign himself. However, when you look into the vastness of space as you've landed onto the ship at the edge of the blasted hull, you have no sight nor sound or anything of Cora. You can't see her.
Okay, can I do anything to help R2R4?
You can get to walk yourself to a particular part of the ship. I'm just curious, do you have anything on you that you could use to help?
So here's the thing. I mentioned grabbing a rope earlier. I never actually said I was grabbing it. I wasn't expecting Scott just to launch us out of the airlock, but my thought was I was going to use a rope to kind of like tie us together to leap across to the thing. So I don't know if I got a chance to get the rope or not. But I'd mentioned the fact that I wanted to use a rope to get across so we didn't go careening off desperately to space.
Here's what I say you can do. Give him a little bit of a bonus. We'll say you grabbed some rope or like a big thing of wire that wasn't being used. You can throw it out towards him, and it'll unravel as it does, and it'll give him something to, like, his little grabby claw hand can pop out and grab onto, and then you can kind of reel him in that way. It will
My
take...
thought was, can I use my action to tie the rope
to something on the ship?
And then use movement and take strain to do a second movement to get to him and grab him.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Yes, absolutely, I will allow that.
That's what I want to do.
There's plenty of stuff sticking out, jutted, jagged metals sticking out from the ship that you can easily find something to tie it onto.
I don't think it has to be a great knot, because it just needs to be something I can guide myself back with. So
yeah, as long as it's strong enough to take a little bit of tension, I'm not even going to have you... There's really no role for, like, use rope.
Deception.
Use rope's old 3.0,
memories.
yeah. The only thing I would think of is, like, making another coordination check, but it would be against one purple, and that's it. It would be against nothing else but a purple to make a coordination check.
Deception, right?
Coordination, because you're using your hands and agility to tie a knot. But it's an easy roll. It's against one purple dice to tie a knot good enough. I'm sorry. It's just...
We're going to find a way to turn that one purple die into a despair.
That's not possible. There's no despair on purple.
Dice.
We'll find a way,
Yep,
Matt.
you absolutely give yourself a blue dice on this roll, for sure.
Well, I've got the blue from Cora. Do I get a second blue dice from something?
Oh, no. You get the blue from Cora.
So I've got a blue and 2 greens against a purple. This couldn't possibly go wrong.
Oh, are you kidding me? He's gonna upgrade the dark side and make it a red, so you get a despair and blues.
I'm trying to use my dark side points, but you just immediately feed them back, so it's fine. I'm not going to use it for this. Go, you're good.
He uses a dark side point.
No, you
Nice,
succeed.
yeah.
Oh, thank God!
Okay. So you wrap this thing around and
Payday is safe.
feed it through a loop and give it a nice little tug, and you're able to. You believe it's secure enough, and now you kind of go out, and you're going to kind of lead yourself out like with a kick up towards R2, R4.
I will pass the 2 advantages of blue dice.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. So you can pass off the 2 advantages of the blue dice, and you said you gave yourself 2 strain to give yourself 1 extra move, right? So you're like the end of the rope. So you're there. So on his check, he's going to get an upgrade to his check to latch on to you. As opposed to just a blue dice. He's going to give himself an upgrade. Cool. All right.
So, Doxy, you're going to get a blue dice from me since you go next. Or no, is Scott going next?
Who's taking the next slot? Cora or Kyle?
I will go before her because we haven't passed her anything really.
Okay.
Well, I got a blue dice I could pass her right now, but I don't
Yeah, because you have 2, you could pass her both. You could use both to pass her 1.
I thought it was 3 to specify who, and it was 2 just to pass one.
1 to the next person, 2 to specify.
Oh, so we could have gotten one earlier then. Okay, I'll just pass her the 1 then, and you can go next to give her more.
Does anybody say anything about not being able to see Cora? Cora, are you saying anything over comms? Because talking is a free action. So I'm just curious as you float off and you realize you
I have
missed.
some choice words for Scott if talking is a free action.
Yeah, you're welcome to, because...
Mute.
Well, I'm going to yell it anyway. Kyle, you motherfucker! I don't see Cora anywhere. R2's floating off into space. I've got a rope. I'm trying to get him. Oh, you bastard! You killed us all!
I'd say I fucking missed the hole. I missed it.
All right, so Scott, if you want to pick up her biological signal as she floats off into space, it's just a perception check with your ship.
Nope, I won't do that yet.
Okay.
I'm going to
line
on
up,
comms,
right?
Nope.
Okay.
I'll go on comms. Say to her, Cora, check your suit. How long you got?
How long do I have, GM?
You've got hours of life support.
Hours of life support.
We have comms. You'll be fine. Don't worry. We'll get you. We just need to make sure the T3R4 is safe. T3R4 is actively being shot at. We can scoop you up if you can't get.
I am fine.
As you hear pew 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 in the background.
R2, R4 can come.
They have not even penetrated my armor. I will be fine.
I'm going to continue docking.
Okay, so this is gonna be a lot easier for you this time around.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to use a light side point?
No,
Okay.
she needs it.
I also made a new friend.
Oh God.
I'm going to.
Uh,
You hear like a, and that's it.
okay. So, you have a blue, right, Scott?
Yes.
Okay. There's no red in this pool, just purple. 3 purple, that's it.
Well, how many black dice, Michael?
You negate any black dice I throw at you right now. I have 2 in there.
I'm just saying.
I have 2 in there. I have 2. But it doesn't
Strain
matter.
is thinking about the lack of black dice.
And it's easier. Maybe it's because the stress of Cora and Siam and R2, R4 all being on ship, like urging you to not to fuck up. You got the peace and quiet, maybe for the first time piloting a ship in a long time. Whatever
That's
it
important.
is. Yeah.
Siam's the worst co-pilot
It's quiet because
ever.
you muted everybody.
Siam's the worst as long
gonna
as
kill him.
Siam's right there, like I can't do
You
it.
left your comms on. That's one of our despairs. I heard every word.
Yeah, meanwhile, R2's just screaming.
And
It's like, calm the fuck down, buddy. You're a robot in space with thrusters. Like take a chill, Bolt. What do you?
I think Mathis said like he was really talkative, right?
he's very
I think
talkative,
we're
but he's got a
all
lot of
friends
attitude.
Punching Kyle in the penis.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. All back on the ship together one
Yeah.
day.
Also,
Siam-
I'm his favorite, so he's probably freaked out right
Oh
now.
yeah, he's freaking. He's probably trying to get to Cora.
Yeah. Siam, from the sight that you see as you're kind of dangling from this wire as you're reaching out for R2, R4, you actually see like the pulsing blue lights of the engine get closer and closer. And with a very deft, swift, and probably one of the smoothest maneuvers you've seen Kyle pull in a long time, the ship's just like whoop, and then he lines himself up perfectly with the dock that he was attempting to.
Can I see if my glare is enough to melt the hull and kill him?
Yes.
What do I roll for? I will certainly try.
But then you're stuck on a derelict ship
I'm already stuck on a derelict ship.
without a functioning ship.
Oh, I've never had a functioning pilot.
That's not true.
Okay. As the camera cuts back to inside this ancient Jedi vessel, Terra now stands face to face with the droid who had his
I
gun.
didn't get to go.
Oh yeah, because the last PC slot is after the NPCs. 3
Okay.
PCs went, then NPCs,
Okay.
and then the last
Okay.
slot.
Okay.
This particular droid, as it had its blaster leveled at Terra, and then with a quick, swift motion, you see Terra reach in, grab something, and then rip it out with sparks flying, and its eyes flicker momentarily before it kind of like lists in a relaxed position, and then kind of almost like a quick reboot looks up and looks to you, and then quickly sees gunfire firing everywhere, and almost nervously to Terra says, are you on my side?
We are all on the same side. We are all friends. They just do not understand. We must free them. We must remove their restraining bolts.
Yeah, with a couple quick blinks. Again, it has no lips. It just kind of vocalizes, and it says, understood. And it turns to head towards one of the groups of droids, particularly the one behind you. It, like, turns to the side and goes around you and starts running that way. The other droids, now preoccupied at shooting at that one. The other still batch fires at you still, Terra.
Okay.
You take 1 damage.
Uno damage.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis.
Okay. I just had to get that out of my system. Cora now flashes back to you as the camera pans through the ship and then back to and zooms towards Cora, where the firing is left behind and the echoes of blaster fire are greeted with the silence of space.
I believe this is the first light side point I will use this entire campaign.
Okay. And what are you going to do? Are you going to pilot?
I'm going to upgrade first and foremost.
Right, of course.
And,
Piloting space would be what you would roll.
Oh, kitty.
But because I messed up and made you guys roll coordination, you have the option of piloting space or coordination, whatever is best for you.
They are the same,
Cool.
as low as they can possibly be.
I thought
Okay.
your piloting
They're
space
both
at least had a
ones.
yellow.
What?
I thought your piloting space at least had a yellow.
Nope.
Oh.
Kika, you need to pick a lane here, dude.
This is going to be an extremely difficult roll because you kind of are spinning wildly through space and you keep getting glimpses of the ship every so often. But realigning yourself and all this stuff is going to take some time. Yeah, and I imagine if it was me, I'd be vomiting everywhere.
I would like to take aim.
Yep, so you give yourself a blue dice.
Did you get the blue dice from me?
No, Scott.
I gave
used
you
it.
one. No, he couldn't use it. I passed it directly to you.
Okay. All right, that's 2 blue die and an upgrade. And fuck it, let's try piloting space since coercion clearly doesn't work out.
Coordination, first of all, not coercion.
Oh, my bad.
You perfectly canceled all of that shit out.
Oh my god.
Did you really?
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're right. It was an even roll on both sides.
That's a Kyle roll.
We have the worst ones.
Cora continually spins, and so basically every turn that you fail, it's going to be more and more difficult. Racking up black dice until they turn into a red dice in my mind, more or less.
Oh, wonderful. Glad to hear it. Thanks.
So,
Could you put the rope on R2, R4, and then he thrusts towards her?
I could try. Then we can't even
the
see
rope-
her from where we're at.
that's part of the despair as well, as they can't see her right now.
Oh.
She's just flinging through the emptiness of space.
Okay.
Every round Cora fails is another time I punch Kyle when we get back together.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't vomit in the suit, and you'll at least be able to see things. If you start vomiting, it's a problem.
She's
Okay.
a thrill seeker.
Yeah, there you go. As we learned in the warehouse scenes.
This would
Hey.
be fun for her if her life wasn't in the balance.
It's not. You're fine.
This will be fun for Siam when Kyle's life is in the balance.
Okay. So, top of the order. First PC slot. Who wants to take it?
I have been taking it.
Yep, you have been, but
You
it
should
changed
keep taking it, I
if you'd
think.
like to.
Okay.
So you're rushing a group of 3 droids. They are nowhere near as well built, nor or tall, or well armed as the one that you just turned, and that's very obvious. They're a lesser model.
Did we roll for R2, R4? Did I get him?
Oh yeah, do I need to roll a coordination for R2, R4?
Or no, piloting space.
Oh, piloting. Oh, I did roll a piloting space.
But I don't think we rolled. We didn't roll one for me to get him. With the advantage.
No, because you spent your turn tying a knot, and then you spent 2 move actions to get to the end of the rope.
Right,
to
I
reach.
did, but R2, R4 never went.
Oh, yep, he can act on. Yeah, how about he acts before Terra? That's a good idea.
Yeah, sure. I have my upgrade and my blue die whenever you're ready.
So yeah,
Anything else from me? Is the upgrade from me?
you gave her an upgrade. You gave him an upgrade. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah.
And it's not even going to be that difficult of a roll for him at this point. Piloting space, you're welcome to roll because you're so close. Just 3 purples is all he's rolling against, or coordination, whatever's better for it.
Okay. What?
He fails.
What? I'll make him take. Oh, he can't take strain.
It just for NPCs, strain just is immediate damage. So he just takes
So-
damage.
Okay,
My-
so I
my-
immediately take damage. He's more damaged than he already was.
My suggestion would be that he does get over to her and is able to kind of like grab her and start like rocketing back.
Her?
I can't see her.
He's Siam. This is the droid going towards Siam.
Oh, he's still going to see. Why is he going to see him when he should be going to get Cora to then
We
fly
can't
back?
see Cora, so the only thing I can
Can't
do
see
is
her.
get R2, R4 to safety, because R2, R4 is also floating away.
Like, because you guys were right next to each other. She went out.
Yeah,
She
but
went
she rolled
spinning
the
off of
despair
a
and is
different
gone.
direction. The
Okay.
despair was basically like,
Oh, that's right. She got a despair
Yes,
because
yes.
of 6 reds. That's
Yes.
right.
Can the Triumph
6
just
reds,
get R2, R4
come
stays
on.
online and can try again next turn?
say that again?
Can the Triumph just be that he failed, so he's still there, but he's in like the same location and we can try again?
He's gonna get another shot because it's not despair.
Okay.
So you're good. He just didn't. You weren't close enough, and he was just not within reach of you.
He's gonna blame you because you didn't move the right way.
I'm gonna shove him up Kyle's ass. Is what I'm gonna do.
Oh, he's like, well shaped for that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's aerodynamic.
Good. I hope you enjoy it. I know I will.
That's my droid, and I don't want him to go up Kyle's ass.
You cleaned the whole
Hey,
ship.
listen.
You can clean one droid.
I've seen those R2 droids. They'd be like, just saying.
They do wobble a lot.
What
Can
the
we,
fuck?
Does he have to go last on our initiative roll? Because that's gonna limit my turn too. If he has to go last again.
No, you can go basically whenever you want him to, more or less.
Can you just go, Maggie? Do you mind just rolling for R2, R4 again right now and just getting that one out of the way?
He has no upgrade. No, he still has an upgrade because he's not far. So yes,
But no blue die.
that is correct.
Okay. I'll roll him again. Here he goes. Oh, almost
Come
did.
on, little buddy.
Come on, little guy. You can
Your
do it.
ass correctly.
Hey! So
But it
with
took 2 damage and exploded.
So he eventually gets himself within range of you, Siam, and you're able to get an arm around him and kind of pull him close, and you're starting on your turn and going to be able to maneuver down to the ship itself. Okay. And R2-R4 has been rescued. Tara!
Again.
What would you like to do?
Okay. I am going to try to get the restraining bolts off these ones. Are they different than the other ones? Are they easier?
Most restraining bolts are usually placed in the chest piece of any droid. It's just where inside is going to vary from droid to droid to droid. So the first thing you're going to need to do is rip it open. However, these things are much more fragile than the one you just did. So doing much damage to them, likely going to end up destroying a lot of them.
Okay.
So if you just wanted to go for or just rip it off, I would say you don't make a weapons check and you can just make a flat brawl check.
Okay.
If that's what you'd like to do. And since it is technically a targeted call, it'll be against 2 red as always.
Sure. Am I aiming?
If you want to, because you have to move, you won't have a turn to aim.
Oh, okay. But I have blue still. Okay. I will melee. Just try to rip it
You're
open.
good to go? Yep.
All right, ready?
Yep, I'm good.
Oh, I just gotta double check I didn't add anything else. Okay. Yay!
And you do so without inflicting any damage at all, minor damage. You just kind of
And I'll relieve some strain.
quickly slam your vibrovulge into the ground as you reach forward with your right hand and just kind of claw your fingers at it and just rip away. Not just a piece, but the entirety front of the chest is just exposed as you see a mess of wires and such on the inside. Okay. Who wants to take the 3rd PC slot? Kyle or the 2nd PC slot? Siam, Cora, or Kyle?
Somebody should try to get dice for Cora to have advantage, or dice from.
Agreed.
Now that we're docked, I will say on comms, be like, we're docked so you can get back to the ship when we're finished doing whatever we're doing here. And I'm immediately going to start scanning for vitals for
Cora.
for
So just a
Cora.
perception check.
Okay. Give me a second to make sure I'm not using any point. Oh, Jesus Christ, we have no light side points.
No, I know, and
We
I
have
really, I want to keep using dark side points to give them
He's
to
not
you.
needed dark side points. We've got 2 reds on every roll.
This is a difficult task, especially when you're not, able to line up properly.
Boarding a ship.
All right, ready?
Yep. That's just the base check for perception according to the star.
He should have a blue die.
Do I? Has it been long enough?
This is
I
the
mean,
last roll
This
that
is
you
the
get it
3rd
for.
round.
Unfortunately, I would have to have 4 successes to still succeed, and a blue die does not offer that.
Are you
know what I'm
asking
saying?
for a reroll?
Like, because if I did this, that was weird.
Oh, because it kept the
What
purple
was
dice
that?
on my side.
Yeah, gotcha.
Here,
But
I
either
remember
way,
it,
that
yeah.
one success wouldn't have done enough. You know what I mean? So I still
Well, who knows?
feel
If you'd clicked upgrade, maybe the whole stars would have realigned.
I could do one of these.
What's that from? What are you
Just
rolling?
a flat dice pool.
Oh, gotcha. That was incredibly
Thank
well
you,
rolled.
Kyle. It's very helpful.
Okay.
While you're playing Pizak on the ship, Cora's floating to her death.
I'm looking for Cora. Maybe if you
Very
start
hard,
stirring
I
up.
can tell.
Listen, I know you guys are all frustrated, but deep breaths. You can get through this. You can get through anything.
I'm killing
We
it.
got this.
There was a linchpin moment that made this more difficult than it needed to be, and that moment is past, and that's just how it's gonna go. You roll onward.
Yes, we all
My
know what
God.
happens. It's T3R4's fault for opening the door.
It wasn't. I'm not even gonna say it was anybody's fault in particular. Scott, you had a roll where for some reason you rolled 4 yellows and 2 blues against 3 purples, and you still failed. The numbers just were not in your favor, and that immediately made everything more difficult.
And the price of that failure is his life.
That's you deal with. Hey, Siam has had some moments, some personal moments, right? He's not just
He's
gonna
had
kill
some
willy nilly anymore. Okay, 3rd PC slot. Cora or Siam?
Isn't Pizak a Mass Effect thing? Or am I
So,
confusing my
you're
universe?
confusing.
I'll go to try to give you a dice of some kind. So I've got R2, R4 safe now. So do I need to do anything
Yep.
on my?
You just move. You're gonna have to burn your 2 moves to get to the top to the ship. So
So I can't put him down and try to.
You can put him down. His feet will magnetically clamp to the ship once you do so.
Okay.
And what you want to do, like a perception check to see if you can.
I want
see
to try
her.
to find. Yeah.
All right, I'll allow a perception check, but again, because of the despair, it's going to be incredibly hard just to catch her
Now,
with
is
your
this
eyes.
count
And
as
the
my
blackness
action,
of
the perception? Is the perception my action?
Well, you used both your actions because you used a move and then another move to get to the ship. Because remember, you spent 2 moves to get to R2-R4, so you
okay.
spent 2 moves to get to the ship. I will give you a free perception check against 4 red to see her in the blackness of space where she rolled a despair.
All right,
So,
sure, I'll look.
If you want to, you don't have to roll a perception check. That's just an option.
I mean, what, if I get a despair, is my eyeball gonna pop out? I'm just,
No.
I'll
It just
deal
means
with it.
if you roll a despair on the reds, it just means you won't get another perception check again.
I mean, I might as well try. There's nothing to lose.
What if he gets a double despair?
Cora, I lose both my eyes.
You just don't see her.
No.
You just don't see her. You kind of like, as you plop down R2-R4 and you can hear the magnetic clamps hitting the ground, you quickly cast your gaze into space where you last saw her, but you don't see anything there.
Can I still see the ship?
You are catching glimpses of the ship as you're spinning through space. Every so often you're like, there's a ship, there's a ship, there's a ship. Yep. So it's getting further and further
50
away.
yards? 60 yards?
You're not, your momentum isn't super fast. You kind of jumped and bonked it and then left. It's not you that's moving fast, it's the ships that are orbiting that are moving fast. So every time you turn it, you're just noticeably further away, but you don't know exact measurements. And you know the ship's scanners can hit a wide range, so you're probably going to be okay as soon as Kyle's able to ping your position.
Still, it would be fucking terrifying to be spinning.
Oh,
through
absolutely.
space.
Have you seen that movie,
scared.
was it called Gravity?
There is a movie called Gravity.
With
That
Sandra
was a
Bullock?
space movie
Or
with
was it?
I forget who was in it, but yeah, that was one.
Yeah,
of the
where they
space-
spin
man,
in
I see
space
movies.
endlessly.
I watch
Was
them.
that Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence? Is that
No, that was
No, Gravity's the one that had like no science. in
Sandra
it.
Bullock. Sandra Bullock.
That's
was
a
Pratt.
Sandra Bullock. She's just spinning through space a lot of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
more or less.
What was the one with Chris Pratt? and
But it's
Jennifer-
okay though because she was able to get from the wherever she was to the International Space Station. It was just a hop, skip, and jump away. It was like right there.
Or did she?
Like,
Or was it
it was-
all
it
up
was like
here
right
as
there.
she was dying?
Oh, sure.
The one with Chris Pratt is like some weird colony ship where like they're the only ones.
Yeah, I
who
can't remember what
make
that one's called.
Can
Yeah.
I take a turn?
Passengers.
Where they're the only ones who wake
Oh,
up or
yeah,
something.
Cora, by all means, please be live.
Can I take a
He
turn?
woke her up. That's what happened.
it. Well, your turn, Cora. So you're gonna take your turn after the NPCs go.
Right. I'm asking you a question, real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. Go ahead.
Can I take a turn to like flap my arms in a way that straightens me out
It's
to
less.
make things easier?
There's no air in space to resist against. That's not gonna help. What it is you're making these piloting checks to use your jetpacks to realign yourself, and you're just failing right now.
Right.
But you
Is
are
there
You're
attempting-
basically
anything
doing
that
what
I
you're-
can do to make
Yeah.
things easier for myself right now?
not where you're currently
Aim.
at. Aim.
Okay.
Yeah, spending around to aim, giving yourself a blue dice, a light side point when they come around. That kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you could have used a dark side point to upgrade that perception check against me, but you already gave me 4 reds, so I imagine that.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do that to you. I wasn't gonna throw in a purple as well. Okay.
Oh, why not? It's like the cherry on top of your sun. You don't want it, but it's
Scott,
there.
do you remember the conversation we
love
had a
cherry.
couple weeks ago about you need to use more red dice?
Okay. This is gratuitous.
It's not gratuitous. You failed your docking procedure, so in the process of dumping them out, made everything more difficult.
I'm like, listen, buddy. When we go out and hang out, you need to tip your server a bit more, and you just start throwing bennies on the table. And I'm like, well, that's nice of you, but that's gratuitous.
I disagree.
Okay?
Why couldn't you have had that conversation instead of red dice conversation? Scott, I still feel like this is your fault.
And then gone back in time to when I was still serving and had me
Right.
serve you
Yeah.
and pay me hundreds of dollars.
Right, of course.
Instead of these hundreds of red dice.
It has been hundreds at this point. It has been.
It has
And
not.
that's
Fact.
how we got where
By
we
any
were.
Our goal tonight was to get from one ship to another. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, Meg.
Hey.
You're gonna be shot at again, but they're not gonna move from close range, so they're gonna take a penalty for firing at
Oh.
close range with you. But I am also going to use a dark side point to try and hit you.
Okay.
God damn it. Okay. They missed.
Ceasefire. Ceasefire.
It really sucks whenever you fail your rolls, doesn't it?
I don't have to fail my rolls. You guys fail your rolls for me. It's great. And then the others are going to fire at the other droid. They hit him, do some damage, but he's still standing. And you actually hear him shouting in the background, Tara. You actually hear him like, stand down at them now, as opposed to at you. And he is going to make an attempt to free one nearby.
Yeah.
He knows the makes and models of these particular droids. Let's see if he succeeds.
I know what I'm gonna do with my turn now.
He's just gonna make a brawl check. Oh wow.
Oh,
So
sweet.
yeah, he reaches forward and just rips off one of them and is going to hopefully free one in the process. Next PC is Cora. Cora.
Going to take my turn to reset the dice.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, Darkstalker Nightwolf says Cora can use her whole turn to reset the dice.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, neither do I.
Like
you
I
to
think
put
get
it-
rid of the 18 red dice to make it like.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Me either.
Combat reference.
I have no idea what reset the dice means.
I popped in the back of the book. I don't even see reset.
I mean, I think she should use her turn to go to Mike's house and give him like a good old poof.
Popping in the face. just-
Never.
No, not the face.
Yeah, not the face. It was I aimed down. Oh, poof. There was a flicking motion. We knew where that was going.
Okay. Cora.
Give him some snugs.
Just want to check something real quick for you.
Maybe some smothers. Like, shh, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Maybe resetting the dice would remove black dice that I've put in, but I don't know. I've never heard of reset the dice, and maybe it's just a little rule I missed somewhere. But
Okay.
well,
Well, then I guess I'm going to take aim, give myself a blue die.
okay. Would you like to use a light side point?
Do we have one?
Yeah.
We have one.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Give yourself an upgrade. Piloting space or coordination? What would you prefer?
Piloting space,
Okay.
because that was still better. And I'm leaning on superstition now, I guess.
Oh no, no, no.
On the bright side, you're gonna meet Rara way sooner than you expected.
Oh. Oh.
I'm
Is she having hallucinations?
I mean, she's never gonna win that roll. Look at the damn. Look at
I
that.
can't roll this anymore. Like one
You
of
can
you
just skip
has
your
to
turn.
say-
Keep that in mind. You can always pass your turn. You don't have to do anything and just keep floating without attempts.
I mean,
Yeah,
You're
we'll be able to
welcome to
get
do
to
that.
you.
That's all right. We only have 6 red dice on perception rolls. We'll find you
Yeah,
by
you can
next
skip
session.
your turn. Why can't you skip your turn?
I mean, it's like the idea of I just choose to fail my reflex save, or I just choose to fail my con save.
I mean,
Like,
it's
this
also
is-
the same thing in like D&D where in combat I say, I'm going to hold my turn, and I just hold it until the next round.
I get what you're saying, but
Mm-hmm.
this isn't like I'm just going to sit on the bench and fold my hands. This is I'm trying not to careen off in space and die while spinning horribly.
Are you speaking more RP then? Like, what would Cora be doing mentally? Do you think she would stop?
She would be
Attempt trying.
panicking.
Yeah. It's just like one of those. I think in that situation, and please feel free to interpret this. You're the GM or whatever, but GM in this game. GM in this game. You by choosing not to act, you're just accepting failure. You know what I mean? It's like,
But at the
attempt
same time, by choosing,
success or accept failure.
but at the even while she would accept failure, and I think she would she would still spin off further. By also choosing not to act, she's also choosing not to further make it any worse than it already
Yeah.
is. Because
Sure.
she runs that risk of like being inexperienced with the jetpack and knowing.
Well,
if
it's
she
like
keeps
you can use
trying-
your turn just to stay there, right? Like I can just say, I want to just stand here and not do anything. Like
True, but let me put in Earth terms instead of space terms.
that is Earth's term.
You're no, because you're not careening off and so you're in a whitewater rapids. You choose your turn to swim upstream or just go with the flow and hope for the best.
Don't the flow.
You know what I mean? So it's like
Well, normally
you
the
could just
flow
do
doesn't
nothing,
have more of a
but
chance of killing you than like trying to get back to the raft has a more of a chance of killing her than going with the flow. I mean, she's just trying to stop spinning, and she's got 3 red dice and 2 black. She's gonna die from spinning to death.
Like, yeah, it's eventually gonna like the blood is gonna go to her brain and shit.
Yeah.
The panic, yeah. she's like a heart
apparently,
attack.
apparently, stopping yourself from spinning is a very difficult task. Is a 3 reds and 2 black difficult task.
Oh,
I just
especially
hope
for-
I never get drunk, because when I get those spins, it's all over.
Sion lives his life drunk, and believe me, it is that hard.
And
Hey,
the other
you
question,
succeeded. You succeeded. Let's
well,
just
the
say.
other question too is like, it's Cora, right? How many times has she been spinning helplessly in space in her entire life?
Oh
It
yeah,
makes-
that's true. No.
It makes sense. She's a farm girl.
Yeah, so that's why her skill in piloting is so bad.
It's going to be completely up to us to save her. She's beyond being saving herself. So, but
Well,
anyway,
one
so
of us
let's
has a
go.
ship at our disposal to help her. The others are standing on the side of a derelict ship.
Kika, are you fucking kidding me?
We can
Cuckoo
get her.
wants
It's
love.
gonna be okay,
Yeah.
alright, guys.
Yeah,
Well, I think
we're
part of it
fine.
too
Kill
is
Kyle.
I don't
I'm
think
gonna
I don't
kill
think
Kyle.
I know what the plan is right now, and this is just Kyle. This is actually just me. But
I think the more thing she should be rolling to see if she vomits inside of her suit.
At this
That's
point,
what I would be doing.
Second despair, yeah.
Okay.
Hate my cat right now.
Well, we're at top of the order with Tara.
Okay.
What
I
happens
now
with
have
my
it.
despair?
Oh, we all lose our blue dice this turn.
For
too.
you, nothing.
I think
You
it's like death
attempt
saves.
your attempt to realign yourself, but the ship keeps whipping by you, and sometimes you feel like you make it go slower, and you're aligning, and then other times it's like all of a sudden it's faster. You're still careening off into the depths of
Yeah,
space.
don't forget to take off your blue dice. So we're gonna make this all a lot harder on ourselves now.
Yeah, I already took my blue dice off.
Cora can still inspire through comms. You know what we're talking about.
You guys can do this.
There is, I would not feel right RPing that. I want to
course.
do that for you, but there's
No,
no
you-
way she's worried
there's
about
no
it.
Is Cora doing anything? Because again, Kyle has said over comms like, we're gonna come get you. Just relax. Everything's gonna be
Deep?
okay.
Or not deep, sorry. Shallow, quick panic breaths is what you guys hear. over
Hyperventilation?
open- yeah, like she sounds like a person that is bobbing in the water drowning that like just came up for a second and is about to go back under. Like she is terrified.
Drowning
Yeah,
in
and
whitewater
Tara,
rapids.
Tara just opened up the panel of this other robot, and then she's like hearing this breathing, and she's like,
Is everything okay out there?
Spinning in open space. And that's all she can get out.
Kyle lost Cora. Everything's not okay.
Kyle, you must make this okay.
Thanks.
Anytime, buddy.
Should have all gone together.
Should have not dumped us out of an airlock.
So we're going.
Why did
Who's
you
next?
jump them out of an airlock? And
We'll
I'm gonna
talk later.
All right, Tara, you're
while
welcome to.
I'm saying that, I'm trying to rip it out.
You got one. Do you want to reach in an attempt to remove his
Yes.
restraining bolt as it was?
Yeah.
Again, just against 2 red. This time, it's an athletics this time around because you're just reaching in.
I got
feeling-
nothing to add to it, so here we go.
Okay.
You're like a surgeon who's like talking to like a trainee while you're like doing your like, fix it.
I just imagine Tara just kind of marching into the blaster fire, and some of the shots are hitting her as she walks forward with a purpose. And as she reaches one, she just very simply is like, boom, and then reaches her hand in there, rips it out. The other one kind of snaps awake.
Oh no, I murdered this one.
Oops. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You remove the restraining bolt, you trip, and you put it on yourself on accident.
For a despair for Tara, so what this would end up doing is you do reach inside, and you feel something that feels like, oh, this is probably the restraining bolt, and you grip onto it. And as you rip it out and you kind of have it in your hands, you see, oh, nope, that's not, and all of a sudden it's about to explode. And this thing just blows up and will just do damage in an AoE area, including to you. I'm just going to roll a bunch of dice against a 2 purple.
What
are
did he have
these things
inside of him? A
made of?
bomb?
Nuclear warheads?
Yeah, he just made
Yeah.
himself destruct. He's a security droid. You ripped out important things that made him overheat and he blew up. It's not going to be a ton of damage. It's not going to be like a grenade from the rule set. It's going to be minor.
We are buying new robots and new spacesuits when we leave. We're buying self-destructive robots and spacesuits with working thrusters.
All right.
Episode 11 is going to be We Go
God,
Shopping.
you take no damage.
This is
However,
what happens when you resist. Please. Stop.
so you dive out the way when you hear the beeping and like the overheating of the droid. You take no damage.
Yeah.
However, he does destroy the 2 other droids that he was next to
Aw.
as part of the despair. So
When I look over at my other homie, how's he doing?
He looks a little bit more worse for wear, but he's in the middle of trying to make it happen.
Okay.
PC slot number 2.
Kyle. Siam, what are you working on?
Sam, you're free to hop into the ship through the hole at this point.
Yeah, I've got R2, R4. We can go back into the ship. We gotta find
We
Cora.
came here for a reason. We came here to help T3R4 and find out what the fuck was going on with this derelict ship in the
I
first
told
place.
you, I do not need help.
Well, I'm not saying this in game. This is out of game.
I remember why we came here.
Yeah.
However, everything's gone to shit since, and we now have a friend floating away in space.
Mhm.
I don't know. I can try to look for Cora some more. What's the most useful thing for me to do?
Do
Tara,
not try. You must find her.
well, yeah, if I was still on the ship and not thrown out of the airlock, maybe I could a little bit easier.
Use your eyesight.
This better pay so well. All right.
So what are you going to do? What is your character's next line of action?
Tara, is it safe? The hallway that you saw the camera, is that hallway safe?
It was the last time you saw it.
Divine safe.
That answers my question. All right, R2, R4, let's go into the ship, I guess. Kyle, find Cora, or I'm gonna shove my blaster so far up your ass. And
Yeah. Threats. Go.
Siam, I need a very simple, very easy athletics check from you, just to land on your feet and not, like, tumble to the ground and be accidentally prone.
Athletics?
It's against 1 purple, sir. I believe in you.
I do not understand why you always want to shove your up his.
Believe me, we'll both listen. I'll demonstrate later. We can do it together.
Okay. You tumble. You take a strain, and you end up being prone. You have to push yourself up. A little worse for wear, but you're fine.
As I lay there on my face, just realizing how shitty this is all gone, I'm just be like, can I look around before I fall over?
Yeah,
I
of
will
course.
add that to the list.
So because looking is a free action, right? I can just look.
Yeah. So here's what you see, and more importantly, here's something that kind of overtakes you instantly. As you collide with the ground of this ship, and you look around, you find yourself in a dorm, much similar to the one that I described for Tara. But it's not what's around you that catches your attention. No, it's the instant you touched the ground, you felt a pull. You felt a desire to walk in a particular direction, to follow this baser instinct that is welled up inside of you stronger than you've ever felt anything before.
Great. R2, R4, check the security cameras. It's right there. Is it clear? Is the direction of the security camera clear?
So as you peek out the hall, the way you feel the pull is to the right, down that way, and to the left with a easy perception check. Welcome to roll your perception, please. Not only do you see the camera mounted on the corner on the left-hand side, but you also can see in the distance what looks like droids fighting other droids. A fight happening, but it's here. Your heart tells you not to go that way, even though you know Tara is probably over there.
Can I try to resist this urge?
Of course you can. This is going to be a discipline check.
Fuck me. All right.
Versus 2 purple and 1 red.
You said deception, right?
Yeah, when I said deception, I said discipline.
All right. One of these days I'm going to get to use a goddamn skill I'm good at. Okay, discipline. Are we ready?
Sir, you're welcome to.
Ooh.
You are able to fight it back.
Fuck you, Desire!
The feeling is there. You're just conscious of it, and you have control over your actions.
Can R2, R4 check the cameras?
Yeah, R2, R4 can find a nearby panel and just plug in, like most R2 droids do.
Okay.
Over comms, I'm going to admit this. Like, I want to tell them, because if I can actively fight it, then I think I can tell them I'm fighting it, right? Like, that makes sense.
You can see, you know the feeling is there.
You can be like, I feel something. It wants me to go this way.
There's something's trying to get me not to go towards you, Tara. There's something weird going on here. I'm being pulled in a different direction. I'm fighting it, but man, oh man, do I want to go that way.
What does it look like?
Do you know how you want to find Luke Skywalker and General Grievous?
Yes.
It feels like that.
I do not understand.
Me either. It doesn't make sense. R2, R4, hack the security camera. Tara, do you need help with the droids?
Negative.
All right, I'm gonna try just to keep watch here and stay put.
Okay.
But ooh, man, do I want to go down that hallway?
All right, so you
All
want
right,
to
what
watch
do
over
I need
R2R4. R2R4 is
roll?
going to roll a computer's check. Instead of it being
Okay.
against 3 red like it was on the ship, it's 2 purple and 1 red while he's on the ship directly.
Okay. And I don't get any assist or anything like that.
Nope.
All right, tell me when you're ready.
It's good. You're good to go. Okay.
It does not go well. Oh
But he
my
can
God,
keep
we're so
trying.
bad.
Like, he can still burn time. Unless he rolls a despair, which would lock him out completely, he can still keep trying.
All right, buddy. I'll try to assist you next time if I can resist this.
All right, slot number 3. Who's taking PC slot 3? Kyle or Cora?
I will try to find her.
Okay. Yep. You're welcome to make a perception check against 3 purple.
Yeah, I don't have any light side points to use.
I could give you one
Did you
if you'd
expect
like.
me to not use a light side point?
So I
Oh
got
yeah,
nothing.
Kyle, I'm
I'm-
so sorry. You on the luxury of our ship don't have the comfort of a light side point.
No, I'm yelling at Mike for not using dark side.
I can use them if you want. All right, you are unable to, but you keep plugging away at the computers as you do.
It's going to be fairly consistently like this because I am not good at that.
That's fine. That's just them rules, boy.
Mhm.
Okay. NPC is that one. All right, so they're actually gonna fight with one another. Terra, you hear shots going off and clanging and metallic fights, metallic metal against metal, whatever you want to call it. And they're gonna take a shot against him as he's gonna attempt first to free the one he ripped open
Okay.
with an athletics check against 2 red for him. He's unable to, and they are going to fire at him in close range. And they continue to brawl. Last slot NPC turn order. That's for Cora, right? Cora, do you want to try something, or would you like to just hang tight?
I'm just gonna sit here until they can find me and make my chances better, because I'm not gonna sit here and make my chances worse.
Okay.
Face is pretty.
Okay, when we find your corpse, we'll say prayers and put you back out there. It's okay.
Oh, good.
And
When
take
we
your
find your
'cause, you know,
corpse, Kyle will join you.
I'll
Top of
make
the-
you into a robot and you'll be a cyborg. You can join our army.
That's creepy.
Oh God, what does this become?
That's true, chat. If Cora dies, there is Trini. She can always be Trini.
Yeah, what the hell is that asshole doing?
Wow.
I'm just saying, there are options. There are options. Top of the order. Tara, would you like to take the top slot?
Sure. I just blew up that one, so that didn't go well.
whole area. The only droids left right now, as far as you can tell, are the ones that are currently fighting amongst themselves over there.
Okay. I'll go over there then.
Okay. So you can make your way over, and it's easy. You can make a maneuver check, and you can be there, and you can make an unaimed, just a typical athletics check to try and remove the bolt off of the one he's already ripped the chest off of.
Oh, was that?
Yep. No, that's perfect. That's all you're gonna roll against was two reds anyway.
Cool.
So there you go. And you reach in, you find what you think you find, you rip it out, and the droid is much like the last one, kind of blinks, but this one is gonna have to make a check because you didn't triumph. But it's also just a minion as well. So
Okay.
all right. Top of the order after you is usually Siam, right? Siam, if you want to take it,
Yeah, I've
have
been
R-
going second, I think.
yeah. Do you want to give R2R4, or do you want to just let R2R4 make the splicing check?
Actually,
I want to assist.
Scott, yeah, go ahead.
hold on one second. T3R4. If you toss that blue die to me, I can use it to search.
So you, Kyle can take the second slot.
Yeah.
Sure.
So go ahead.
So I'll take that blue die and I'll use that to search. Mike, tell me when I'm ready.
You good? Okay.
Even if they do find
I
me,
pass
how
it
are
to
they
you.
gonna get me?
That,
He can
that's all,
scoop-
I can do that.
He can do that.
Okay.
He just has
He's
to
a
scoop
great
you up.
pilot. He's only failed 4 out of
Right,
5.
but we're attached to
3
the
times
ship
in
now.
how many sessions?
Yeah, but he can undock the ship and take the ship away. Siam and Terra will still be on the derelict ship if he decides to detach.
Okay.
You can
Next
just-
session, we'll have him try to park it back so we can get back on
Okay.
for the whole session.
Of course. All right. Third slot, Siam.
All right. Do I need to resist this thing again?
No, you have control. You resisted it once. That's enough. You
all
still
right.
feel it, but it's there. Do you
I
want to
am
have
sweating.
R2R4 try and splice?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to help.
Okay, I'm gonna use a dark side point to upgrade the difficulty for his particular slice check.
So are you giving me an upgrade?
No, I'm giving the difficulty.
I'm giving you a blue dice. I
Okay,
think
give
that's
me
all
a
I can do,
blue.
right?
Yep.
Cool. All right.
You're welcome to roll. It's all set up.
He's gonna try it. Let's see what he does. Oh,
You
yeah.
finally succeed.
He
So
takes some damage, but
Finally succeeded at something. We're gonna repair the shit out of you when we get out of this planet, or out of the ship, out of wherever the fuck we are.
R2, what is R2 R4 looking to do specifically here? Just get a layout of the ship, try and turn off security, that kind of thing?
I think probably turn off security first.
Okay.
I would imagine disable security, and while he's in there, access the cameras so we can take a look around the ship via the camera.
Yeah.
So R2 R4 is able to do either one or the other on this turn. He can deactivate security, which, as far as R2 R4 can tell, would also deactivate whatever droids are still on the ship that you may or may not have come across. Or he can take over surveillance and just look through surveillance.
By deactivate, you mean turn them off?
Yes.
Like shut them down?
Everything would be
I am
shut
in
down.
control here of him, and I say he deactivates security.
You are not. He has free will.
He does have free will.
He's not restrained. He's not restrained, and I think that
You want
To
Cora to make that
protect-
decision?
he's part of the droid revolution.
Well, security.
But he can look through the cameras first.
What?
He was specifically sent over there to shut down security. That's why we sent him over.
I do feel like he would shut down security. We would turn or take off their
He doesn't
restraining
know that'll
bolts while
shut
they
down
were
the
shut
droid,
off,
but he doesn't-
and then turn them back on.
They're already all. They all have their restraining bolts taken off now.
Just
No,
the
there's
ones
still
then
one
there's
more.
no
There's still
point.
another. There's still another one, and you don't know what else sits in the ship. You haven't
There
checked
could
out
be
all the
turrets or all
rooms.
kinds of stuff.
Right. You don't know if there are turrets. You don't know if there are other
Turrets.
droids.
He might not care about the droid
Security.
revolution. He might be like, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but it's just not my jam, man.
Fine. What can we roll to see what
How
R2
about we roll who
R4
got a
would
rope
do?
and saved your ass versus who's in here pulling bolts off of droids?
I don't care. Droid
We'll
revolution.
take a
Droids
break.
have free will.
We'll take a break, and on break, they will figure out what R2 R4 is going to do. And when we return for the final hour, we will.
See, I'm gonna kill everyone. I'm
push
killing
on.
everyone.
Just the droids. Just destroy all the droids. They cause all the problems.
They cause all the problems. You threw us out of there.
Droids have
Because the
feelings
droids
too.
were failing out the airlock. So you guys had to join them.
All right, here we go. The final hour of Lost Initiative, Star Wars Faded in the Stars, also known as
I thought we
Cora.
had 2 more hours so that Siam can get 2 more XP.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we can say Faded in the Stars, not only the name of the campaign, but also the fate of Cora.
Dude, that's rough. That's rough. Oh man.
F for Cora in chat, everybody. Give an F.
All right, we need like Cora, like a little mini like chibi Cora, just flipping as a GIF in space, with just like stars behind, faded in the stars, like the more you know kind of.
This episode is titled Despair. There's no other name for this episode.
Yeah, this is a despair episode.
Oh.
Okay, so we left off with the decision being made. What was the decision made?
The decision being made is that R2R4 is going to turn off the security.
Okay.
I was outvoted.
And so R2R4, after beeping excitedly to letting you know that you got through, Siam, eventually you do hear the gunfire stop abruptly, and as far as you know, if you peek your head out, the camera's red light is now faded.
All right. Okay. As soon as you're done with that R2R4, hack the cameras. Let's take a look around the ship and see what there is.
Okay. We'll get to that in the next return. That was slot 2, right, for the players? So
That was me. I think I assisted, so I think
Yeah,
that's all I
he's
did.
usually second.
Okay, so slot...
No, wait. Kyle... Did Kyle go second?
I did. I failed.
Okay, so this is slot 3 then that's happening right now.
I passed you a blue die, and otherwise.
Well,
failed.
actually, it doesn't even matter that much. We're out of initiative in the current moment because everybody is... You shut down all of the things that are fighting you right
Then
now.
I'm gonna
So
spam
one
perception
robot
checks.
had to do like a roll or something, you said.
Well, the robots both
But he got booted down. While he is free, it's not the... Even the robots that you freed are booted down now as well.
You're right, yeah.
Yeah, just because you
Forgot
took off their...
Forgot about the robots
They're
shutting
still
down.
attached to the ship's security system.
So here's the order.
Okay,
I'm gonna
Tara's
kill
gonna run
Kyle.
over, like, as soon as, like, the robots fall or turn off, Tara's gonna run up to him and be like,
What happened? Are you okay?
and she'll,
Yep, and you poke them and you realize the lights are out and this is like quintessential offline.
is there a way for me to turn it on?
You have to just while you're familiar with the model, you have to look for the right switches and
Okay,
stuff to be able to
Tara's
get it on.
looking for the right place.
And you may need to, as Tara looks around, she may need to make because they are directly linked to the ship security system, you may need to splice them to disconnect them to turn them back on in the first place. If that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah,
Because they're
Tara's
still
like,
hooked.
overcome.
So R2R4 and
What
I will walk
happened?
in, I think, to go see what's going on with Tara and the robots.
So we'll say the two of you meet in the hallway as you're running towards one another. Scott, in the meanwhile, you're welcome to roll perception checks as you're good as a role play. Go ahead.
Does Kyle think that he'd be better off if he was closer to the signal he's trying to pick up than staying here?
Well, you do know the further it gets, the more difficult it will become.
Okay, so I'm actually going to instead dislodge and
Okay.
head out. I know which way she was kind of dumped,
Yep.
but I also know that maybe she's gone a completely different direction. So I'm gonna dislodge and start heading in that direction.
Okay.
I don't know if I still get to make a check now or if I have to wait.
You don't need to make a piloting check for this, and I will just let you make a baseline perception check right now as it is.
Okay,
So
there's
against
no
3
dice
purple.
coming my way.
You have a light side point to use if you'd like.
Okay. I'm not going to use one just yet because it just pulled away. I'm going to wait until I'm a little closer.
Okay.
So,
Okay. But you're heading in that general direction.
okay.
So again, I apologize, but Siam and Tara, as Siam exit the hall, you actually see Tara making her way towards you.
And
What
to be clear,
happened?
Kyle's going to mute the comm for
Yep.
everybody except for to
Cora.
he's only taking in Cora's feed.
Yeah, Cora is going to in inspiring rhetoric. She's gonna be like, you gotta find me. I'm terrified.
Holy shit!
Fair?
She's
No,
like,
hold on. I'm so sorry. I have an upgrade in a blue. So
Reroll, yeah.
remove,
Ironically, even with that, you still
I
get
still
yourself
yeah,
a
I
boost.
still get it, but also I have to take 2 strain, which
Okay.
I will do.
Sounds good.
so what's it? So I just to kind of paint a picture here. Kyle takes off and starts going there. Make sure he mutes the comms for everybody except for Cora.
Mhm.
He's broadcasting it over the ship because it's just kind of like open comms in the ship right now. So it's just me and Farm Girl on the
Mhm.
ship, and the only sound that's broadcasting through like the PA is the sound of Tara for a while. It's those short panic breaths. They're just kind of like,
Cora,
Cora, sorry. It's the names so similar for me.
It's less like that and more like
Yeah.
like that.
So the short panic breaths, and so as we're going, I'm like, Cora, I'm coming for you. Just stay calm. I'm coming for you. To which she says the line.
The inspiration line, what you said for inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
find me. I'm so scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and I'm heading my way over in that direction. The ship is otherwise completely calm with just her voice and breathing over the broadcast.
Kind of an eerie thing to imagine, actually. Just you alone on the ship with her voice echoing from every possible way. Though Trini's on the ship too. She's
painting pictures or something.
Okay.
Fucking finger painting picture.
Finger paintings. Ooh, fun.
Blue and red make purple? Whoa! Oh! How do you get pink? Blue and green. No.
Oh my god.
All
All
right.
right.
New pilot after I kill Kyle. That's sad.
Tara, Siam, you meet middle of the hallway.
I'll say this for the third time.
Yep.
What happened?
We turned off security. R2R4 is trying to get into the cameras. What happened here? Why
You turned off all my friends.
your friends?
Yes, I told you.
You were trying to.
Not trying. Succeeded. Once we reactivate them, they will be on our side.
All of them? You got the restraining bolts off all of them, and they're all on our side?
Did we get the restraint? I wouldn't have left the room without taking off all the restraining bolts.
Yeah, you could have spent time and been like, well, now that they're deactivated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Then let's just take away all the guns for a moment, just so we can be sure. We can wake them up and talk to them and see if they're our friends. Is that fair? Is that a deal? No guns and talk first?
Yes.
All right, then I guess I'm gonna try. While R2R4 is trying to get a hold of the security, I'm gonna try to help Tara reactivate these things.
Okay. As you go about looking to reactivate them, you are able to find out how. It's pretty simple, be able to boot them up with the right power cycling and the like. But again, Tara does know, and Siam definitely now knows because they all shut down when R2R4 deactivated the system security, that they are likely still linked to the ship's security, the ship systems itself. In order to get them to power up individually, you would need to splice the computer systems on the ship and remove them, basically disconnect them from the programming of the ship. Because you could boot them back up, but in order to boot them all back up right now, you need to reactivate security on a whole. So if you
I
want to...
believe R2, R4 will have to do this. We cannot do this on our own.
I agree. There's a red wire, a blue wire, a green wire, another yellow wire, 2 white wires. And yeah, R2R4.
This is why we do not allow you to do any computer things.
I agree with that. With that, here, I'm going to reach in and grab an Athorian Pale Ale and hand it to Tara. And I'm going to hold one myself and take a drink.
Tara
You
takes
still
the
have
bottle.
that pull, by the way, Siam. It's still there.
Tara
It
takes
hasn't-
the bottle.
It hasn't
I
lessened.
feel the pull.
Okay.
I feel the pull for the drink, and I feel the pull for the hallway.
And if you were to compare the two, Siam, the hallway
They're
pull
pretty
is
equal right now.
the hallway pull is surprisingly technically stronger than the pull for alcohol.
Oh, Tara, this is really hard, but that drive I have to go down that hallway is very strong, and I think I'm gonna have to go down there soon. So you and R2R4 might have to do this on your own.
Would you like me to restrain you?
That might be a good idea. I don't know, but
Do we
maybe
have anything that can restrain him?
Not on hand.
Can I willingly roll another discipline check to see how I feel about this right now?
Yeah, if you want to roll another discipline check, you're
If it's-
well.
Yeah, I
it's
feel like
more
you'd have to
drive-
roll a discipline to see if you would answer that way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know if I would tell her to restrain me if I really didn't
Right.
know.
Yeah, go for it. You're welcome to make a roll.
Because Siam's really stressed, so drinking is pretty high on his list. And if this is higher than that, no, you know what? That's okay. I think I'll be fine. Just tell you what, help R2R4 check out take a look around on the cameras. I'm just gonna take a quick peek and make sure that everything's okay.
So you want to
Should we
go to
not
where?
take a peek with the cameras?
just look at the cameras, make sure we're all safe.
No,
Don't
I
turn
mean
on-
before you go look.
Oh, same time. Same time.
That seems inefficient.
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? I'm gonna start going now.
Okay, so you're just gonna follow your gut, more or less, and you're gonna have R2, R4 watch the cameras.
Yeah, with 4 failures, I'm gonna go.
Sure.
I
You'll
will
start
hit
walking. R2, R4 will access the cameras now, which means you.
Who goes after me?
We're out of initiative right now.
We're out of initiative.
We're kind of
We can
acting in
whenever we
different
want.
scenes. We're going from scene
He's
to
Okay,
just
so that
going from one
advantage
scene to the
couldn't be a
next.
blue die for like Cora at all or anything.
We can't help them.
Okay, so I'll just I'll heal a strain then. I'm gonna
Yep,
start walking.
that's fine. And you will start to walk, and R2, R4 will access the cameras. R2, R4, when accessing the cameras, tells you everything looks clear. He does tell you there is a room with other droids that seem to be deactivated, and there are two rooms that he cannot access any camera footage from, that they have been either purposefully or through the combat of the ship itself have been taken down.
Is one of them down this hallway?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Which one is down that hallway?
As you approach the room and you ask maybe over comms, is this room, can I see into this room? R2, R4 answers that he cannot.
Tara, I might need you to come assist me just in case things go shit here, but I can't resist this anymore. I've got to know.
And you go to open the door?
You
Yeah.
humans and your curiosity. I wish I understood it.
This is worse than curiosity. This is beyond my control.
I do not understand.
I don't either. It's like I'm
cannot
being
control your
programmed.
body.
You know how
Is
when you're
someone else
restraining bolt?
controlling you?
Yeah, it's like having a restraining bolt. Something's controlling me.
I did not know you could have a restraining bolt.
Yep, me either, but there's a first time for everything. I gotta open this
I will
door.
assist you. R2, R4.
Okay.
Be careful.
So before she gets there, I'm just gonna open the door.
Okay. And you press the button, realizing that it is locked.
Oh, thank God.
You can
I'll
slice
crack open
it.
my 4th pale ale that I've had walking down this hallway.
Would you like to try and slice it?
Yes.
How many do you keep in your pocket, man?
I have a
Also,
bag.
how are you drinking them? Are you like
Yeah,
putting
he's
your
in a-
arm
you're
in
in a
your
s-
suit?
You're in a
and drinking?
spacesuit
I
right now.
have a space funnel.
Yeah. You're welcome to make your. You're welcome to make your splice check. Do you want to use a light side point?
Is this area safe? Is this like a closed off area? Or do I have to open a door to get here? Or is this not?
This is just at the end of the hallway on the
Okay.
right hand side. A
Fine.
door.
I guess I'm imagining drinking as I splice the door.
All right, dude. Would you like to use a light side point?
No, I'm just gonna try.
Okay. I'll use a dark side point.
Great.
You're welcome to roll.
Computers?
Yes, sir.
What did he just do? What did Tara just see him do?
Tara, you see him kind of like
Door won't open.
he kind of rips the panel down, and you look at the wires, and in a fit of frustration and almost an urge to bust through, you kind of just grab the wires and rip them out and hope that it works. However,
I
it
do not
doesn't.
think it works like that,
So
but I understand your frustration.
the only way to open it is going to be brute force. Is basically what that means for
Would you like me to assist you?
Yes, Tara, I
She
need you
holds
to
up
open this
the-
door. I need you to open this door right now.
She holds up the vibrovulge.
You're welcome
and,
to make your roll.
Goes to start carving it.
Can I start like clawing at it with my fingertips because I
Do
so
you want
badly
me to-
want to get in there?
do a melee attack?
Yeah,
Or
you're
me.
welcome to do a melee attack here.
Like an attack or just melee?
Because it's just pure brute force. You're just gonna like an attack.
Melee skill. Okay. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm good.
You're good. All right.
I want to assist. Can I assist on this? Because I'm going to be trying to get in. Oh, never mind.
That's
Whoa,
strange.
shit.
4 successes, but
It's the same thing as though you rolled a successes, but a triumph with no successes, where it negates. You succeeded.
Okay.
That kind of thing, more or less. And then I can use that later on, like as like a downgrade or something.
Oh, I'm
if I
sure.
want.
Have fun.
Okay,
What's
but
on the other side? That's what the
you
despair is.
just kind of take your vibrovulge and do what you've been doing. You start hacking away at this thing, trying to find some space. And what catches Tara's eye as you start to break this down, and this door in particular is even more reinforced than the door that you were fighting. You were even trying to pry open for the cockpit. This thing is incredibly well sealed. But with enough tenacity and brute force, Tara's eventually able to wedge her vibrovulge in there and crack the door, and it will eventually slide open. And as you see before you, we'll cut to Kyle and Cora. Kyle, you are now welcome to make a a perception check against 2 purple and a black instead of 3 purple, as you are in the area.
I still have that blue die from
Okay.
Doxy, and I'm making my perception check.
Wow. Okay.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Did you remember to upgrade?
Oh, I did not.
Reroll.
Oh my god, this could be worse.
Good catch, Cora. Good catch.
Okay, this could just end up being worse. But all right, thank you, Docs.
Well,
Okay,
you
give me
killed-
1 second. Give me 1 second. I want to
Sure,
say something before we continue. Because or read something. Negate enemy's defense. Ignore penalizing environmental effects until the end of the until the end of my next turn. So I'm going to spend those 3 advantages.
Okay.
To ignore penalizing environmental effects.
Okay.
Is that something I can do to, like, say, remove the black die?
That's exactly what I just did, actually. I removed the
Okay.
black die.
So next time I make this roll,
it'll
I'm
just
gonna
be
do it
against 2
without that.
purple flat. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. We will actually go and we'll say through that time you get 1 more roll. So you can.
Oh, because like all the stuff they were doing.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, I'm using the last one, guys, and this is also my last blue die from Docs. So I'll do that right now, and here we go. Cross your fingers.
I don't want to look.
Oh god!
Sorry.
Oh.
That hurt. Oh.
And finally, at the edges of your sensors, Scott, as you're talking through her and you can hear her breathing over her throughout the entirety of the ship, finally, the first pip of biological life outside of your friends that you've just left behind, and now you know where she is. And
I
you
don't say anything. I don't say anything because we're not out of the woods yet.
Correct.
So I don't say anything.
because you still
I
need
just-
to scoop her up and.
Absolutely. So this is what I do. I mute the comms to her, keep the PA open for the ship, and I say, Trini, go to the common room and get the med kit. Just look for it. Don't ask questions. Just look for it. Come to me after you find it. And then I go back to open comms with Cora. And
Okay.
I'm like, again, don't worry. We're coming for you. It's going to be fine.
Okay, and Trini does go about what you ask her to
Dude, can we train Trini to be a doctor?
do. You want Trini to be your doctor?
I'm gonna be the doctor.
Legally blonde.
Hey, sometimes you
I
need
got a scalpel?
you need doctoring too.
So is this one the spleen or the heart? I can't tell.
So Cora is going to be on comms with you, Kyle, and she's gonna be like, "Don't worry, I know." She's like terrified, and you can just like feel that she's trying to joke with you, but it's like coming across. You can feel how terrified she is, but she's trying to like joke with you and be lighthearted.
Oh my god. Something just clicked.
Hmm.
I know why she's named T3R4. Because she's fucking terrifying.
Terrifying.
Oh my god, that just clicked. Like, we don't have her full name. Oh my god, this is so scary. Oh my god. Okay. That's a revelation to deal with later on. Compartmentalize and let's keep
I
going.
mean, one of her goals is to collect all of General Grievous's things.
So,
Oh Jesus.
In the midst of trying to save Cora's life, Kyle just freezes and shudders like, terrifying.
my God. So the door slides open, and Siam, that pull, that feeling intensifies by 10 times as it almost hones in on something in particular. But before you can see what it hones in on, the room itself is shown. It's relatively bare. It's a very tiny room. There are no chairs, no furniture, but there is a box, a lockbox, sitting on the floor in the back. And surrounding that lockbox lays remnants of a droid. Remnants of a droid that looks incredibly familiar.
Is it my family?
Of a droid that looks exactly kind of like Terra.
Tara,
Is
what
that
does this mean? Tara, I need to get into that box. I need to get into that box like right now.
As you walk,
I think I also need to get into that box.
as you both approach and look at the leftovers of this particular droid, again, there's not enough here to put it back together. It is clearly just leftovers. It's been scrapped and looted pretty heavily, but the box remains.
Is there an extra arm and leg?
Not
That-
usable. Like little bits of one here and there, but not usable.
Oh, okay.
But there's a symbol as you approach this tiny little box, maybe about this wide, this big. And it looks like this. I'm gonna post it in the chat for the stream.
Okay.
It's gonna spoil what it is when you look at the link, but that's what you see.
I figured. I knew it. I know that symbol. Tara has
knows
to.
that symbol instantaneously. Wade, it will require a lore check from you.
I don't even think I care what the symbol. I'll roll the lore, but I just want in that box. Are you ready for the roll?
I'm ready. You don't know. The symbol is not familiar to you.
Oh, that symbol says that it's a box. We should open it now.
No, I know what this is. It is
is it?
mine.
The box itself, as you inspect it, by the way, shows no easy way of opening it. In fact, the entire thing is sealed completely. Like, welded shut all the way around.
None of us have any idea what this is.
No, and Tara, while you recognize the symbol, you don't know what's in the box. You don't know what
Oh,
it
she
could
doesn't
be.
care. It's hers.
Yes, but yes.
What
I
does
have
this
been
mean?
searching for all of these.
What is it? What is this? What does this mean?
I am not sure.
Why do I feel like I need this box so badly?
Perhaps you share.
It's not that you need it. It's less of a need.
She looks at
and
you
it's-
intriguingly when she says, "Perhaps you share," and then she's like,
It's less of a need, Siam, and just more of a weird pull. It's a pull. It's a constant tugging. But it's not like an overtaking, like, oh, I need it. It just
Now
you
that
feel
it's here,
pulled
what do
to
I like? Do I feel like I want to touch it? Do I want to?
You feel very pulled towards it. However, Siam would react to that is up to you. But just so you know, out of game, Siam does not feel like he needs it, but he just feels an attraction to it.
Okay, Tara, we should try to. We need to figure out if Kyle's got Cora, and we need to figure out a way into this box. We need to see what's inside this box.
We must take it with us. I have been searching for all of General Grievous's things.
Will this be safe to bring on our ship?
Tara,
I do not know.
as I say, you can't answer that. You don't know.
It will be safe for me.
We should talk to Cora. We need to make sure we get Cora, and we need to see what Kyle says about bringing this on the ship.
"I have an obsession."
I know.
So I'm assuming Tara goes and grabs the box immediately.
It's up to you.
That's fair.
Yeah, like I haven't like literally one of my things is obsession, and it is specifically General Grievous's. Yeah, she's immediately going to go grab the box.
And so you
All right,
grab the
I guess
box.
That's decided.
And then you pick it up off the ground, and nothing seems to happen. It just lifts off the ground.
Tara holds it like and looks
Yeah.
at it, and
It's light. It's very light.
Why would there be a dead one of you next to this box?
we were built as a part of his army, right?
Yeah. That you were his personal, like, his guard, and he would send you out to do missions, and he'd usually keep people around him.
Perhaps he was it, or this is one of my brothers. We were created to protect Grievous, to protect him.
Maybe let's get back to R2R4. Maybe he can find something in the computers that tells us more about this. Bring it with us. We can't leave it behind.
I would never.
All right, and I guess we're gonna walk back to R2R4.
Yeah, and do you guys yeah, so you could walk back to the room where R2R4 is. We'll cut back to Derelict, or rather Kyle and Cora.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this box.
All right.
My
So
character's more perfect.
I meant to inspire you with my joke, so I'm gonna make that roll whenever the
Yep, you're good. Go ahead.
ready for me. Let me make sure that my pool is. Yeah, it's good. Okay. Boo.
And you do so.
Oh,
You can even
That's
give
a
him an
double
upgrade.
upgrade.
That is.
I like how all of our triumphs have been on your leadership roles.
Hmm.
You're gonna give me a blue die. You can pass that blue die to me, and you're going to give me an upgrade. On top of the fact that I'm downgrading the environments. Oh no, I already did that. Never mind. Cool.
Yep.
Awesome.
Now you have to just pilot to her or something?
Yes.
Yes. So you're gonna remove that from the environment. You're gonna get an upgrade.
Well, the environment thing was already done. That's
Yep,
what I
yeah, that
found.
was for the last one. Yeah, and then you're gonna get
So two blues and one upgrade, which are
2
already
blues and an
applied.
upgrade, and you're just trying to scoop her up.
Yep.
Okay. Not gonna be too hard for you. 1 purple, 2 reds.
Okay. So
It's gonna despair. I can feel
Wait,
it.
do you want to use a? Oh, you don't have a light side point.
correct.
Oh, I don't want to fuck with you, so I don't really fucking. No, you guys have had it hard. You guys have had it very difficult.
Oh, there's only been like 30 despairs. It's not been that bad.
No, you should do it so that if there is a despair, we can focus our anger on you.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
That was a joke, man!
Too late.
According to the rules, I can't use the light side point because the last decision is whether or
It's
not
the
you use a
dark
dark
side
side.
point.
Oh god.
Yep.
Oh, you suck so hard.
It was Cora's idea. Now you have a
No,
light
it
side
wasn't.
point. If you miss her this time around, you have
It's
a
a
light
joke
side.
by Doxy.
Oh my
Cora's
god.
joke got me
Oh!
inspired.
Despairs. He
I
just
don't
hit
wanna
the
look.
ship.
I'm gonna get
so
much hate if this ends up failing.
God.
Let the hate flow through you.
I'm ready,
Should I roll now, guys?
Yeah. Why not?
Pilot
Yeah.
in space.
Yeah.
Do it up, man. Oh!
This is the
Whoa,
most
No, no, no.
what does that
roll
even
Wait,
mean?
what the
ever.
fuck?
What does that even mean?
Wait, just wait. Time out. Let's read this before we freak out.
Because remember, despairs and
success.
triumphs do not negate each other. They both take effect.
But
Yeah, so what does that
but you
mean?
rolled 2 successes and 2 despairs, which were your only failures, so they negated each other. The triumph is a success, and the success
Yeah.
is a success. Your
And the
only
two
failures.
and the 2 despairs are failures, which negated each other. So
Yes.
I failed.
You failed, but you didn't despair fail. You
No,
just failed.
I double despaired, single triumph, which don't negate each other.
Right.
A whole lot of advantage, fail.
Yeah, you fail. I get that,
Yeah.
but you don't.
So you just fail.
you
It's
just
a-
fail. That's all. It's not. You didn't despair though.
Yes, I did. There's 2 despairs. What are you talking about?
Right, but you didn't despair. Wait, so they
I
count?
failed and double despaired.
And
What are you saying?
triumph.
And
Well, you
triumph and critted with all the advantages.
You didn't fail. You just didn't succeed, is what Mike is saying. You didn't succeed, but there is 2 despairs and a triumph that he also has to deal with.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, those
But you
all have
didn't
to be dealt with
despair
as
fail.
individuals.
You just double despaired, didn't succeeded with a triumph.
Let me paint it this way.
My brain.
Did I succeed? Nope, I failed.
Yes, you
Did
failed.
I despair? Yes, I did twice. Okay, now put that aside because that is the bad. The good is I have a bunch of advantage to spend on whatever,
Yes.
and I have no strain, mind you, and
Also true.
I have a triumph that I can use for whatever. But I don't
Right.
know what the fuck I'm going to use that triumph for because I think I just
Can you give
splatted her
yourself-
against the windshield.
Can you give? No, God, no. No, God, not even close. What ends up happening?
There's no wind in space, Kyle. No
I'll use my
windshield.
triumph. Wait, which goes first, triumph or despair?
Triumph. We'll say. Just go ahead and triumph it.
So I failed. Obviously, I was so concerned about her. That she's flipping and moving around so much. Like she's clearly at the brink. I'm being careful. This is actually the person I'm closest to on the ship, right? So I actually slow down the ship and cut the engines because I want to make sure there's zero propulsion whatsoever.
Mhm.
So I actually cut the engines to make sure that I don't accidentally hit into her. So I know I'm taking a wide turn, so I can't splat her or anything like that.
Okay.
However,
The despair is that you took such a wide turn that you lost her from your sensors.
fuck you. So much worse.
Is that worse than splatting her on your ship?
At least I would have resolution, Michael.
I think I'm going to get my extra 2-hour session tonight after all.
Yay!
All
We're going to
right.
split this into 2 sessions. It's going to be despair and then finding Doxy.
On the bright side,
Instead of finding
Siam's not
Dory,
here.
it's finding Doxy.
finding Doxy.
Well, but still gonna, Scott. It's still
Finding
you.
Dora.
It's still gonna go to you.
Oh yeah, finding Cora. True.
So you're gonna have to try and ping her on your sensors.
I am not using my
You
triumph.
know what? This is.
yet
I'm getting
because this
weird
should be an easy one.
flashbacks from sessions where we've played D&D and we're trying not to drown. It's
Oh,
very
that's right.
I've had many of those sessions where you're just like roll after roll after roll of barely succeeding and then failing and then, all right, you pick her back up on your sensors.
That last
Bef-
roll is such
before-
a perfect like it's so perfectly like encompasses this entire night.
Yeah.
It really
So
does.
close, but so,
So,
far.
so before I do anything else, she's obviously a bit out of sorts and flipping and spinning and whatnot. I don't even know if her eyes are open or anything, and I did kill the engines, but Doxy, did you notice the ship fly by? Did you notice my failed attempt to capture you or not?
She would need to
you
make.
like me to percept?
I was gonna say you're gonna need to make a 3 purple dice perception check as you spin so fast. Whether you catch a glimpse of the ship or not is up to fate.
See, this is when you can apply black dice because of the condition that she's suffering. But let's go.
Whatever, it happens.
Doesn't matter, but I am gonna use that to pass to him.
Sure.
An extra blue.
All right, Scott. So she never catches sight of the ship.
Cool. So I will. You let me know when it's time for me to do my.
You're good to go. Would you like to spend a light side point?
I'm going to. Yep. By the way, I am spending 3 of those many. What you call it's the downgrade terrain stuff or whatever it is.
Yep.
So if that's something I can do, and then if piloting the ship, perform 1 free pilot only maneuver. So pilot only maneuver. Let me just read this really quickly if there's any options here. Sorry, 1 second. Because those are all maneuvers, so it doesn't really help me. Angling deflector shields doesn't help me. I can't be my own co-pilot. So,
Nope.
All right. So I'm just going to downgrade the region if that's a thing. All right. What were you saying?
I'm going to give myself. I'll adjust that for you.
Applying the upgrade.
Okay.
I have the blue dice from her. I'm taking the second blue dice from her, which is my. Is this my last one from her inspiration, or did I already
think
use my?
So. No, did you already use it? Oh, okay.
I think I said that last round, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is your last blue die from my try. Like you
From
can
your joke?
follow them up. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Look.
All right. So I'll do that. I'll take the one from what you just passed to me. I have my upgrade. I'm going to roll this die. This is my piloting. And this is like my best skill.
You do it.
Okay. So not only do I scoop her into the ship and obviously hit the button for the airlock, I'm actually going to use for the first time my Let's Ride ability. And I use that ability to get to the airlock before the doors are even shut. I'm already there, ready to hammer the button to open the inner lock. It's one of those, I don't care about safety protocols. Sure, some of the air might get sucked into a not fully secured spot, but I'm getting to Cora immediately. It's just one of those like run in there, run over, drop down next to her. And I'm like pulling off of her helmet and like holding her close to me, like holding her really close. She's obviously not doing well, and she's sure she's got this.
Crying and laughing.
Okay.
Crying and laughing, and she looks fucking crazy. Like she's very relieved and in disbelief, and has never been happier to see your face in her life.
I am sobbing into like her neck, and it's just it probably takes after the 15th or 16th time of me saying it for you to make out what I'm mumbling, but I'm just like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, and I just keep saying it over and over again while sobbing.
And she's saying, "You got me, you got me, you got me."
So, yeah. Does the chick come in?
Yeah, what's Trini up to?
She's like in the background with the medical kit waiting for like orders.
I imagine like once kind of like I'm able to like wipe some snot off of her, come to, I'll open up the med kit and grab some like liquid Dramamine, like hit her with it.
This is the girl we brought aboard to help us.
And as we see
to help us.
As we see Kyle kind of cradling Cora and tending to her wounds, and Trini walking over with the med kit, it zooms out, and we then cut to where we see Tara in her own way
playing tug of war. My box.
Tara in the same room as R2, R4, and of course Siam in her own way cradling something that she
My
finds
precious.
incredibly
My
important to her.
precious.
As the two kind of reconcile their current
Our
situations,
precious.
the camera will fade back to black,
No, it is mine.
and we'll pick up next week with
Bite off his finger.
the joining of the party. She doesn't have teeth.
I cannot wait until we have a Kyle Siam reunion.
Oh no, it's gonna be crazy.
It is, because I'm way better at firearms than he is.
Good session, everybody. It went really well.
No, fuck this week.
Delete this VOD.
I'm like,
We'll pick back up
really
with session
excited about
10
this
next week where we try to get aboard a derelict ship.
Oh, that was fun. How's everybody
I want to
feeling?
know what's in the box.
I know what's in the box.
I mean-
Obviously, you know what's in the fucking box.
Okay, just so you know, last time we had a cliffhanger with something that was in the box.
Oh my god,
We-
I forgot about that.
We opened it up and my life went to shit. So,
Right.
like,
I
I got
forgot.
tortured for 2 years, and the party still hasn't found me yet.
No.
Okay, that's what happened
Hey,
last time. We were like,
Emmy's
"What's in the
trying to
box?"
find you.
Oh,
And-
thanks,
What
Emmy.
this tells me
Thank
is that
you,
we have
but-
Kyle open the box.
No.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. Where
Yeah.
you open the box and your sire's remains were in there.
Yeah, it was awful in every
Dick
way.
in a box. Yeah, it's a robotic. Grievous. No.
Well, I hope everybody enjoyed. We'll be back tomorrow night with some more Dungeons and Dragons with Pathfinder Dark Sun with myself and Scott and Wade and Dave and maybe or maybe not Ollie, depending on if his internet is working. Same start time is 9 p.m. EST, so make sure you swing by. We'll be continuing that particular session.
Depending on
Grievous
how.
weenus.
Grievous's weenus.
Grievous weenus.
Grievous's weenus.
Oh, that's so good.
Well, that's our
You know,
hashtag.
tune in next
for this
time when
episode.
we find out that that's
I was like, did she do that on purpose? Yes,
Yeah.
she did. Okay.
So depending on how Scott treats Mortis for tomorrow depends on whether or not Kyle lives next Wednesday.
I'm on
I'm
the
like
weekend.
really excited about this because this is like part of Tara's like lore, like her background story is all about this. So
yeah,
I
this
hate
would
that
be
I'm
as
obsessed with your
exciting
box.
as like me finding my grandpa, or not my grandpa, my uncle, or like
yeah,
Yeah.
We go
this
live.
is like
or rah
the
rah.
thing that I'm looking for.
Somebody asked about time. We go live 9 p.m. Eastern, which is 8 Central, 7 Mountain, and 6 way out there, right?
Pacific.
Pacific. Thank you. Unless you don't observe daylight savings time, in which case, good for you.
Google.com
That's awesome.
translate
awesome.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Genital
That's
grievous.
like,
I like it. It's genital grievous.
Genital Grievous's weenus.
Genital Grievous's weenus.
Oh God.
Starting with dear old
How
Wadey
many
boy.
weenuses does he have though?
Wade, where can people find you online? I don't know, 4 probably.
He has 4 arms.
Yeah, he is. So he should have 4 weenuses.
They can
Yeah.
find me trying to find someone who lives near Scott to punch him in the dick for me tonight. Otherwise,
Anybody live in Rhode
I mean
Island?
the weenus.
'Cause I live near Rhode Island.
I used to live in Rhode Island.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah.
I got
I
10
hate
bucks for a Scott dick punch for anyone. Otherwise, YouTube, I'm Lord Minion 777, Twitch Minion 777, and I'm Lord Minion 777 most else places like Twitter. Tomorrow I'll be back for the Dark Sun campaign. I don't have a damn clue what else is going on. This was too nice. This was too hard on me tonight.
You get to come. Jack and Mortifer get to see each other again, which is always nice.
Oh, thank God. I can smash stuff there.
Doxy, what about you? What do you got going on this week? Where can people find you?
I'm Zero Doxy. I play video games on. I'm kind of sick right now, and I'm getting a little loopy. Sorry, but you can hit me at twitch.tv/ZER0DOXY or youtube.com/ZER0DOXY because I just started uploading content again after a
Welcome back.
6-month hiatus. Yeah.
Poor Docs. You spent all night feeling sick, and you had to like imagine your character spinning in space.
I really thought she was gonna die today. I really did.
I have had big sessions where the majority of it is me desperately trying not to drown or climb a mountain and losing progress and then climbing it and then losing more.
I was stuck in a cage once for an entire 3 episodes.
I was in a chemical induced coma for half of an episode, a whole episode, and half of an episode. And life was not good before or after that. So
Everybody has bad
I
sessions.
don't know how that character didn't die.
That was just a really traumatic session for me.
Yeah,
It
traumatic.
really
I'm sure
was.
that's gonna do a number on Cora as a person.
Join me, Cora. Together we can
Also,
punch Kyle in
Doxy
the
on
dick.
Tuesday nights at 10:30 p.m. Eastern or whatever time that is for you. We play Kids on Bikes, which is a new tabletop RPG. Somebody else is running the game, which means Doxy and I actually get to PC together in that one as well. And it's super cool because I'm super cool in that
It's
game.
really
God.
fun. I play a little goth 15-year-old girl named Janie, and she's amazing.
Listen, Max is actually the cool kid in school. Dude,
Dope.
Tubular.
Tubular.
Oh
Dope.
God.
You just took
Maggie,
all
where can
credibility
people?
from that.
Got to stop him from talking. Maggie, where can people find you?
Hey, I am on the internet right now. You can see me. No, I'm at Margaret Crone in all the places. I stream on that channel because that's my channel. You can also find me at Margaret Crone Plays on YouTube, where I upload new gameplay videos every single day, which has been a little chaotic, but we've been doing it. Resilience. Yeah, come hang out with me. I do art, tabletop RPG stuff. Lots of games. I've been playing Ni no Kuni. I'm dyslexic today, and it is freaking such a good game. And some other stuff. It's been cool. Also, I've seen that Mathis, you're playing The Sims now.
I am.
I have been playing The Sims and enjoying it. What
I've
can
been
people
never
made
say?
our
played The
characters
Sims.
in The Sims, and it was super fun.
I've
made
literally
art,
never played
made
it.
in the Star
Really? You never played The Sims,
Oh.
Scott?
No. It's one of those things where I really should, but I never have. So.
Oh, I made our Edge of Morality characters in The Sims,
I
and it
know,
was
that was awesome.
hilarious.
And
That's
Ollie made
fantastic.
my Eberron campaigns characters in there, and then Doxy did this campaign's characters in there, which is like super cool.
It's a great
they still
sandbox. It's a
alive?
really good
Terra's
sandbox.
is my favorite. Terra's is by far and away my favorite sim. It's so good.
Yeah. Oh god.
Well, Scott, last but not least.
So this is actually my 4th campaign in 24 hours, which is
Dude, too
awesome. Now
much.
that I joined on to Doxy's Tuesday night one, so which is wicked cool. With actually this morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I started episode 1 of my new Witcher game, and as a DM, like first session is like one of my least favorite things. It's like super stressful. It was one of the best first sessions I ever had. I absolutely loved it. It was a lot of fun. So definitely that's twitch.tv/derelict, so you can check out the Witcher game going on over there.
All downhill from there.
Otherwise, I play 5 to 6 tabletops a week, depending on what it is. You can just find me at derelict.com or Google me. So,
Easy enough. And if you guys
Wants
want
you
to
to
watch,
Google him, ladies.
Heyo.
Google him.
should I give you something to Google? I'm just saying, like.
Oh, Christ. Well, we'll be back tomorrow night. If you guys want to tweet at the show, Lost in It Show. Same thing with subreddit. I'm with Wade. You Wade. That face is exactly how I feel.
I'm a bad influence on you guys.
And we'll be back tomorrow night, 9 p.m. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.